What? We got an update? Oh no, never mind. What? We got an update? Cool. There we go. Double XP. Very nice. Very nice. I've been waiting for my life for this stream. I've had another kid. What have you called her? Better be Sunny the second. Alright. Well, I wasn't sure if I wanted to stream Battlefield or not. So I was like, that's why I pissed about. How you doing, Preston? You alright? Yeah, I wasn't sure if I wanted to stream this game or not. So I was like, what game do I play? But fuck it, we'll do it. Yeah, I didn't buy Resident Evil. I don't know if I will. It looks good, but it's quite overpriced, I think. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, I mean, it does look good. Sonny the second, no one can have his power. I would not want to give his name to someone weak. Don't give it to someone weak then. Don't have weak children. If you have weak children, do what the Spartans did. I'm not going to say what that is because we're on YouTube. No, I'm joking, I will. If a child was born weak or sometimes just a girl, they would drop kick it off of a cliff. And hey, they were strong. That's all I'm saying. I am, of course, joking. Nobody cry. Nobody whine. You bleeding hearts out there. Yeah, I was going to do Troy, and I thought, hey, they've been asking me for Battlefield for about 7 years. So I'll do Battlefield, but I'll trick them because it'll be a 40-minute stream. How you doing, Elite? You're right, brother. They'll never know they've been tricked. It was gonna be Troy or Alien, but yeah. I know. I swear I saw that one day years ago. Is that a common practice in Sunderland? You just see flying babies. At first you think maybe it's just the babies that've been exposed to radiation and they've got superpowers. Then you realise, no, that's just the hill everyone kicks the babies off of. It's tradition. Don't break tradition. Are you coming on, Elite? You're welcome to join if you want. You have to talk with a British accent the entire time, though. I don't want people knowing I'm collaborating with IRA. No, I'm not going to. I prefer shock operations. We're not doing that, Elite. There's literally 8 servers. I'm not being told, oh no, this kind of operation, this map, this colour gun, and all these criteria will never get in a game. Operations is operations. Hello, Kieran, how are you? ArcChat then, lads. But anyone who's joining the ArcChat, you've been lying to me, you bastards. If you're on the ArcChat, you're keeping the stream open. That's how it is. I agree, Preston. I am a crackhead. Ah, yes, finally, Kieran admits it. Hello, Mr. Crackhead.
Kieran!
Kieran!
I almost want to tell you what I ate, but you're streaming.
Tell you what you ate? Was it pussy? You seem quite happy.
No,
what you hate? Oh, what you hate?
Yeah, I was going to tell you what I hate.
Don't eat one of those.
No,
tastes like chocolate.
I mean, do they?
No, it's a joke. It was a brown joke.
Okay, I'm opening up.
Have you seen Elite? Have you seen Elite? You said.
Keeping it open.
Thank you, appreciate it. Have you seen Elite? You said, "Oh no, I'm only joining up normal operations. I'm not joining shock operations."
He's such a. Okay, Kai. Once again, do I have to say it anymore?
Well, you want to be a mod and he shouldn't be a mod. Is that where you're going with it?
Yes. Yes.
You know, I was gonna do something funny. I was gonna make everyone a mod apart from you. I'll just see your reaction.
No, but
you'd go.
Okay, so
you'd
now
go
I'm
absolute
joining enemy
apeshit.
team. I'm joining enemy team.
Hey, I didn't though, did I? I didn't though.
No, this is,
I am rusty at this game.
Oh, Kai, Lady Demetriscu is fit.
I know she is. You and Kieran were saying she's
someone,
not fit.
Please. No. Oh, I didn't say that, Kai.
You're on a 2-week streak. Since when are you on a 2-week streak, Kieran?
Bro, I have been.
Are you sure it's 2 weeks? I don't think it's been 2 weeks. I don't think it's 2 weeks.
Yeah. But my lag is. I'm on 500 lag.
Yeah.
I'm on 500 ping.
I just saw.
What is going on?
There is many operation servers. It's just I haven't played proper operations all along, and shock ops get. No, we're doing this, Elite.
Okay, what's going on? I need to explain.
Elite's been an
because
insult.
Origin wasn't. It's because I didn't update Origin.
Oh, okay.
That's what it is.
Make sure you've got Origin open when you play as well. That usually helps with
yeah.
ping.
I'm ending it so I can update it. Because I opened up Origin and I was like, oh, there's an update. Ah, never mind. I'll just hurry up and join the game. Well,
I can't join as my mum is making a ruckus of noise. Lies. Have any of you got Resident Evil?
I'm not gonna comment then.
You haven't got it, but you're having a go at me about not having it. Is that the truth?
No. No.
That's the truth, isn't it?
I didn't say how I've got it.
Oh, well, just say yes. You just say yes, I've got it then. You could just say yes.
Okay, then yes, I have it. And,
You played it yet?
Holy it's really good.
Surprised you're on a 2-week streak with that fucking sexy bitch walking around.
I'm not like everybody else and like, oh, please, mommy, step on.
I'm not like that either. I just think she's got big tits.
Bro.
I'm not saying please, mommy, step on. I've never said that. She's just fit.
Well, that's what everybody else.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. That's Reddit Inquirer.
Okay, the loudest word, the loudest like. I'm trying to make a comment here.
You're trying to be philosophical. Go on, Socrates.
Yeah.
Go on, Socrates.
Bro, I can't outdo Preston or Nathan.
Yeah, Preston's the best. He speaks his ancient languages.
You mean retread, son of retread?
Retread, son of retread.
Bro, it was so funny. He's like, oh, you guys are so retreaded. And I'm like,
Inoit.
Son of
He does it on purpose now, though. He plays on. Fucking sniping me, lad.
What? Wait, unable to sync cloud storage.
I can't. So make her stop. Yeah, go and put the discipline down on your mother, Elite. I thought this is Ireland, not America. At least Frontlines. There's no front. No, it wasn't. You're Canadian. There's no front line. Elite, I'm not doing this. We're on this. We're playing this. Fuck's sake.
What? This thing, man. I don't know what is going on. It says, why do I have a shitty connection? Why is it saying that I have a garbage connection? I don't.
It's because you
it's probably
haven't
because
watched
it's
your
storm
sermons.
outside. I mean, it isn't Wednesday though.
Oh, that's a good little pagan reference.
Oh, God, often.
Aye.
Fucking
horses, lad! Ah! Oh my god, the fucking, you know, the Blood and Gore DLC. Turn that up to max, and you get basically 300. It's the same as 300.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's amazing.
I told you that I had it, Kyle.
Well, yeah, well, I didn't believe you. I didn't
in.
believe you because I never see you on Troy, so why would you buy DLC for a game you don't play?
I play it offline. That's like the one game I play offline.
Lies.
No. Truths.
You're being a Canute.
Like, I don't tell mistruths like Justin Trudeau.
Well, I prefer truth over facts.
Really funny guy. And I also believe that the same stable Jesus stayed in Revolutionary Wars because they didn't have enough airports. He's 100% cognitively there, people. He doesn't need a brain scan or 200 different studies done on
That
his
is the clone and it's malfunctioning. It's malfunctioning.
Like, I think that he's like part robot, lizard, something.
He's not, no, you can't say he's a reptilian. A reptilian would be smarter with his words, Kieran. Don't insult the reptilians in such a way. If there's one thing you can say about the reptile tribe, it's that they know what to say.
I've got a red dot at my forehead, so it's fine.
Oh, hello.
At me, so. Oh, he's muted his mic.
Yeah, I know. Is it elite? Is it elite?
Oh, it is elite.
Little fucking diva. I can only play on this map at this time. The clock has to strike 9 when we start the match. The moon has to be full, and the gods have to be with us.
I'm just gonna close my door because parents are watching their show, and then I make less noise. If you
They've proper got you reeled in now, haven't they, Kieran? Don't make noise, Kieran! Don't disturb us!
No, but then I get to play, and then they don't have to bother. And then they don't give me
You don't have to kick the shit out of your dad and put the discipline down.
Well,
if you wanted to, could you? Let me put that question. If you wanted to, could you?
Oh yeah.
You could take your dad.
Yeah, 100%.
How much do we have to pay to see a stream of you fight your dad?
Shut your fucking mouth.
Shut your mouth.
Nobody's like, shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah, you gotta kill the E. Mouth.
I don't know how.
Shut your fucking mouth.
And these people invented English.
They didn't invent English, they're Irish, Kieran.
No, but it's
English.
But that all the European people are like, oh, we created the best.
There's a lot of European people, and not all of them are English, Kieran. There's a lot of not English Europeans.
This is the joke. This is the joke.
Hashtag joke. Go on, hashtag joke.
Hashtag joke. There you go. And Kai, do you know when I was telling you about that bike ride?
Yeah.
I told you. I started texting you when I made it to the town, 20 minutes away by car. I literally biked for 6 hours.
You should do that every day. That's ancient Greek style. You should do it every day.
Bro, and I wasn't like huffing and puffing.
Yeah, do it every day, but do it faster. Do it faster.
And then I'm just gonna claim divinity right now, and then you can be like one of the people that questioned Ivar if he was a god. And then I'll just have someone that looks like you sacrificed.
It didn't even look like her. It was just a pair of hands. It was like, yeah, we've killed her. Prove it.
Yeah, it was the funniest thing ever. Oh, and then
I can hear elite. I can hear elite. I can hear potatoes.
Hello. I can't.
Hello. Is it? Sorry, elite, but it's not the full moon. You know, it's not the Saturnalia. I know you like everything to be very specific.
Huh? Kieran Elf Mosh. How is everybody today?
Good point. Good point. Elf Mosh. Good point.
I don't know what an Elf Mosh is. Is that a Sunday?
No, it's not. It's Preston being his typical tard.
It's just him being a Geordie.
Elite, you need to put your mic close to your face. You're literally at 100%.
Don't put it inside your mouth. That'd be good. You laughed.
Are you joining, Kieran?
I'm in the queen. I'm inside the queen.
Bit dry, few cobwebs, but I wouldn't say no.
I mean, how do we know that he wasn't taken out so that
you could have sex with the queen? This is why Philip died. They wanted him gone so that you could have sex with— Oh my god, I spawned and I'm fucking lanced! Penetrated. Hello there.
Hello.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Is that better?
Shut your mouth. Yeah, it sounds louder than before.
Who the fuck is this guy?
Who the fuck is that guy with his fucking shades on?
I love how he's like, how this guy's like giving him all the insults, and then he's like, who the fuck is that guy?
He just knows what to say and when to say it, doesn't he?
Yeah, like, and he's actually quite intelligent.
He's very intelligent,
and
I think
massive props.
he's not got a lisp and he's not got brain damage because he doesn't fight that often. You know the people that fight like 4 times a year, they end up like Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali. They got fucked up brains.
Yeah.
And they can't talk. See, have you seen the one when Mike Tyson like trips out because he gets beaten? He bites some guy's ear off. No, he didn't get beat actually.
The reason...
he was headbutting him the entire time. The person he was fighting, headbutt Holyfield, and Mike Tyson by the end of it got so pissed off that he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna cheat too, but I'm gonna take it a step further and chew this man's ear off."
I thought that was just the roid rage that made him do that.
Oh, that too, yeah, because they're all on roids. All them.
No, but like they were all on roids. They were all doing.
Well, those ones were. Fucking Tyson was. Because yeah, these people didn't have discipline. These are party boys. These aren't the kind of people that would have discipline to go after. Maybe in the first few years, but after they're getting loads of women and stuff, they lose their discipline and they fall back on roids instead of hard work. And that's you're exactly right. Philly died because the Queen needed more dick. What do you mean? I'm not saying this. Kieran's saying that he's having sex with Queen Elizabeth.
No, this is all Kai. It was what Kai said.
Well, the Zionists still kill you, not me, because you've insulted their Queen.
What about Queen Elizabeth?
We're having sex with Queen Elizabeth.
What about the Queen?
What?
Are you in?
No. What? No.
You might get English citizenship out of it.
She's old women.
She's like 90 and she's married.
You said you're into. She's not married anymore.
I made sure of that.
This is what we're saying. I didn't make sure of it. Kieran, you killed Philip because you were jealous.
What?
You were jealous.
No, but marriage is
Really?
not meant to be an eternal like covenant or a bond.
We're not Christians,
No,
Elite. You are, maybe to you, but as soon as they kick it, we're off fucking some other hole, mate. This is how it works in Pagan Town. No, I'm joking. Well, kind of.
I'm not joking.
You're not well, you're not also not a pagan.
Kai. Really?
Yeah, really. You still praise baby Jesus and all that crap. You're like more pagan than you used to be.
I'm not
Kieran,
gonna talk.
you can't say it, because what you're gonna say... It's like that time you spoke about Harold's brother, Halfton, out loud. And...
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's kind of one of those things.
Kieran, what type of Christian are you?
I don't even
Bad
know,
one.
and I don't even care because I don't.
Are you one of those
identify
Bible bashing ones? Like, are you one of those?
He's not a Christian anymore. I've converted him. Fuck me, I'm gonna kill some Americans. I'm gonna take my anger out on them.
No.
Kieran, her minge is old, musty, and dirty as fuck. You speak like you got some experience, Preston.
Yeah. Preston,
How do you know? How do you know? What if she uses Link's show gel every day?
How do we know that she doesn't?
Have you been giving it a sniff, Preston?
Kai, how do we know that the Queen doesn't practice?
Well, for one, because she doesn't produce semen. That would be one.
No. The thing that's been really memed on since the 90s, with all those teen shows, like Twilight. How do we know that she isn't one of them?
Oh, a homosexual?
No.
I don't remember the Twilight being in the 90s.
Are you kidding me? Vampire. Holy
I was having a, yeah, I know. I'm completely aware, and I was playing along, and then you just broke the code.
Well, Kai, you don't sound so stupid then.
I'm not. I'm playing along.
I don't know what's going on. Why do I have so much lag? What the fuck? Kai, this is all your fault.
Excuse me, go and have a go at your parents. They're playing things in 4K. They're watching 4K. Get in there and say, right, Bradley Jacobs, turn this down to 480p. 480p right this second. Put me onto him now, Kieran. I'll sort him out.
Honestly, they still use discs. They are that old.
The next thing you say, they use cassette tapes and Morse code.
They do use Morse code.
Well, just to give you an example of when that stuff died out, they were still using tapes when I was like 4 or 5.
I know.
So that was still a thing when I was a child.
Okay, what's sapping all my power.
I don't know, maybe one of these websites you're getting all these really cheap games off of, Kieran.
No, really? No way.
Men, today our enemies try once again.
Our enemy? Yeah, so Old Republic on Tuesday, Kieran. Don't have a micro penis.
I mean, I'm just gonna make a.
I mean, I'll try, but I can't help it.
I can help it. Some days it's like, you know.
Oh no, I don't need a breakdown of the variation of the size of your flaccid penis. Thank you very much.
Okay, it's working.
The penis is working.
Okay.
That's all I needed to know. Not that
Yeah,
it varies.
that's-
It's
that's-
not a grower and a
it's good day.
shower.
It's a good-
I didn't need
no,
this
it's a good-
information.
all it is it's a good day when PP works. You know, nothing more to it.
Yes, map with water. Good map with water.
Okay.
Do you remember when Kieran, Tinnen, do you remember when Kieran was being sneaky over in the back in his little boat? Yeah, good idea. Are these mines? Let me shoot them while I stand right in front of them.
Yes, I switched team.
It's the test.
It's just a test. I wonder if I'd survive this explosive radius. Oh, shoot that fucking ship up there, lad. None of my bullets in. The sound of this gun is really unsatisfying. You've got the same one, haven't you, Ali? Kieran has just gone on the enemy team, the little ting.
But I have 200 plus ping. It might not have been the best
I'm
idea.
getting very lag. Why is that?
Yeah, no, I'm getting it too. I've got really high
why?
ping. I've got 27 ping. Fuck, I can't deal with
Yeah,
that.
is that Kieran coming over in this little boat around the side?
If it's pinging back and forth, teleporting, yes, that's Kieran. Kill it.
That rubbish.
No, don't kill me. Lies. Don't be.
I'm not gonna kill you, I'm just gonna big show you. And the tiny.
I'm not gonna kill you, I'm just gonna hurt you. Kieran is an enemy, a weak opponent. I agree. I wonder if he's gonna get lag on Old Republic then. We'll be like finishing the game and he'll be still in the tutorial section.
I probably just have so many updates. It's like, why do I have such high ping? Like, this doesn't make sense. I've never had an issue.
He's fucking jumped out, lad! You know who I sounded like then, Tin, and that takeaway, man.
Holy.
Oh, yeah, I know him.
He's a greedy bastard, though, isn't he? How much
He
he
must eat. He must eat like chili every night.
Really would like anything to stop this.
At the start, he was posting like once every 2 months.
You know what it is?
Posting like.
He was getting bullied, he was getting people giving him shit as well.
You know what I think it is, guys?
What?
It's because there's double XP. I think it's because of double XP.
Oh, of course.
The servers
It's not
are
that
like-
you just haven't been able to convince your parents to get decent internet.
No, Kai, every other time I've played with you, it's been perfectly fine.
Oh, right, yeah, I remember all the times that you never complained.
Kai, that was on shitty PC, I might.
No, it wasn't. Last time we played this, you had lag. You complain about lag every time, Kieran. Elite, can you attest to this?
Yep.
Thank you. I know Elite will literally just say anything to annoy Kieran, but thank you for the agreement. I appreciate it. Oh, hey,
Man, I
get to
love
it.
lag. This is so good.
Why am I getting very, very.
Okay, I'm quite literally teleporting.
What? You're on my team?
Thank you.
Oh. What? Oh, you're just not in the squad, Kieran.
What the hell?
Take kills.
I've been auto moved to the squad. Why? I quite literally wanted.
Do you remember when we all got locked in one of these rooms?
Maybe we should close that window because I just opened it and I got shot.
Do you remember when we all got locked in one? You all spawned in on me and they were like fucking
It
everywhere.
isn't just me. Look at the guy at the top. He's got 900 ping. It isn't just me.
It's another Canadian. No, he's
No,
not.
it's not.
It's score, not ping here.
Oh.
That's
No. I'm right.
score.
No. Oh, I'm right.
Hashtag Boopet. Double XP make it laggy. Lots of laughing emojis. That's what Preston thinks, Kieran.
Well, Preston isn't the one playing, so. Bro, I've got 400 ping. This is fucking retarded.
Just play the game, Kieran. Chill out.
Kai, look, Kai! I got 1500 ping.
You've not got 1500 ping. You've got 400 ping. Oh, you're overreacting, Kieran.
I'm overreacting, really, when I can't.
This guy's fucking landed the blimp, look. Look at next to you, Tim. Fucking landed a blimp right next to you.
Oh. I can get the sleep last night.
I am.
Okay, I'm taking care of this night. I don't know what it is. Oh, it's because I shut my... Is it because I shut my door? I don't even know what.
The door's not gonna make the lag worse.
Kai, the waves have to go through the walls.
Yeah, I know. Well,
Oh, it's because I have the stream playing at 1080. Maybe.
I think you should play it in 4K.
Play it at 144p in audio only.
Same thing anyway. 140p, 1440, same thing.
Okay, why? Can somebody help me? I'm a little bit of lost. That's quite literally me. Somebody
Hold the line. We must hold the line.
They're over there. I don't know what to do. You're over there.
Oh, sugar, honey, iced tea.
Where are you? Oh, fucking hell, you just died right in front of me, fuck's sake. Fucking hell. I'm gonna close this hatch.
Okay, did that fix anything?
Kieran, I banish you from my land. Once you get better ping, you can come back. He never will. He said, well, I'm gonna put my foot down with my parents when I get home.
Oh yeah, I've got better connection.
These fucking bummers, I'm getting sick of them.
Come on, Kai, start raging. I'm quite literally outside.
If I start raging, my mum will call up and say, Kyron, you've taken too much pine pollen. I'm scared that you might overdose. Shut up, bitch.
Quit because I'm figuring this out.
You've quit the game again. Fucking bummers!
Yeah, I just spawned and died.
It's this fucking Isle of Microsoft
I'm looking at the
twat.
server browser
We have
because
lost the sector.
Oh, go on, pull an elite, pull an elite,
my
it's the
favorite servers, and if
servers.
they have, bro. I don't know what's going on
You
here.
twats, cheeky, you two.
Wir verteidigen das Ziel bis zum letzten Mann.
On your right, elite, they're coming up round from the dock. What's that music? Can you hear that music? I've never heard that.
I quite literally don't know what's going on.
It's a very good song. It's one of the desert songs, and it's like a female singing.
Sturmsoldat gesichtet.
Oh, yeah. Is it the Carmen? It's like,
No,
it's not
Preston,
intense.
will you actually do something and get into the game, please?
No, he's at his dad's today.
I know your dad.
We're
Your dad's.
losing objective
I know that he's at his dad's, but I still demand him to get into the party.
Schickt dir eine Granate.
I know it's a very good song anyway.
Feindliche Sanität.
On the left. Fucking
What have
bastard!
you been up to?
Just went to see my mum today a little bit, did a bike ride, but was throwing it down with rain. Did a bit of reading, not much. As I said to you yesterday, I've just royally fucked my sleep up. So,
Okay, can you kick squad, please, maybe?
I woke up at 1:30, so to revise wasn't.
are you like tired even if you sleep loads? That's how I am right now. Like,
Yeah.
even if I sleep fucking buckets, I'll just don't
Really?
still feel. Yeah, right now.
Okay, I've rejoined. Why did my thing get really bad? Like,
If I get
I've
like,
never.
what I noticed is if I set an alarm at a time,
We are losing objective
or
apples.
like I'll feel like crap because it's
Yeah.
kind of forced.
Well, it interrupts your
my, like,
sleep cycle, doesn't it? Even if you've had 8 or 9 hours of sleep, if you wake up in the middle of a sleep cycle, you'll feel like dog shit.
Yeah, but see if I like, there's times like I would go to bed at like 11, and then on weekends wake up like 7 in the morning, feel like so good waking up. Like I'd be up at 7 in the morning, like, you know, feeling like $1,000,000. But and like if I set an alarm, it's so
We are losing objective apples.
I was in a bad mood this week because I realised how much, like thinking back, I've basically failed all my exams. So
How's that
We've
happen?
lost objective apples.
I don't know.
It's because they're
I don't know. That's the new saying of Elite Stairs. I don't know. How are you tired? I haven't been tired since 2 years. You haven't been tired since you started seeing me resting, Preston.
It's because there's a storm outside. That's what it is.
The
Rainstorm.
Rainstorm.
Snowing. Snowstorm.
It's, oh shit! It's raining a lot here, but it's not snowing today.
It's snowing like proper cats and dogs, Kai.
Cats and dogs? How's that happening?
But don't even question it.
I won't question the science. I prefer truth over fact
Like-
anyway.
I wish I could go behind a wall and just not get shot. I don't know. I might just have to watch this stream. I don't know.
Kieran,
Because this
it's always gonna be like this. Just learn to play with it.
Kai, it's
Or
there's a
fucking
storm,
join
it
me,
isn't like
or
internet.
join me when I play Troy. That doesn't lag. That's like the one game that doesn't lag for you. We should actually do, in the future, we should do a co-op campaign, you know, with the Ajax and DECIMATES DLC. You know, the newest DLC, because they brought in 2 heroes that, like, complement each other. And you should be the small, skinny one, and I should be Ajax, who's really big and muscular.
Das Ziel verteidigen.
I mean, I don't disagree.
No, I'm joking. No, but we should do that at some point. I think it'd be quite fun. Because they both look like pretty underpowered factions. Like, they've got good units, but they're not like, you know, I remember when we did our co-op and Sparta, my faction, had such an advantage. You've got like political power and then you've got like unit
I
power.
was killed by a gas grenade.
A grunt?
But, like, I was killed by a gas grenade, but like somehow I never got the cue that there was gas in my area.
Well,
I don't know why.
the Jews have always been bad at sensing gas.
You know that, did I send you the trench?
Lee.
Like rain?
Billy, you were supposed to just let him hang until it got really awkward, but you didn't.
What? I'm so confused.
Yeah, you did
Oh, yeah,
the trench ASMR.
Yeah, that's pretty peaceful, that, isn't it?
Straight in a strange way, yeah.
Yeah, it's like cozy almost, but it's weird.
It wouldn't be if you were close to those explosions,
Scary.
though.
No, it's like, but the gunfire in the background is so like settled. I don't know,
Thank you.
it seems so peaceful. But it's not peaceful, if you know what I mean. It's like ironic.
Careful, Karen, you got
What?
a fuck ton of people out there.
I beg for your assistance.
I'm alright, I'll just climb up the wall. Climb up the wall next to me, jump on Karen. I'm up top.
Ow. This guy is like, that guy was Jesus, I think.
Why are you killing him? That's sacrilege if you're killing Jesus. You're not of the tribe that killed Jesus. Or are you?
No, I wasn't. No. I'm not Roman.
Oh yeah, Roman. Wow. Well, we all did pretty shit then.
A cause for
Christ
celebration,
killers.
but it is fleeting. The battle is
How are we? Oh, that poor guy with 109 ping. There's actually a man with a higher ping than Kieran, or there was. 259 ping he had. Predictably, he left. Quote, wait, hang on. Saying that saying makes no sense. Cats and dogs do not rain. It's not rain, it's piss. We've got to the bottom of this.
Well, they're not ours, so they get around.
Why did he show us? Oh, like, here, look at this. You're not gonna have it. Why did I get in a boat? Someone get my boat with me, I'm learning.
Why did I get to the boat? Quite good. I
It's something
think.
wrong with my gun. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's not pointed at the Americans. Ah!
Why?
Fucking hell.
Why is Elite such a fucking bugger?
Why is my gun?
Answer the damn
need to
question,
hear what
Elite.
you
Answer the
said.
damn question.
About that.
That guy just suicide bombed me. I didn't know there were Japanese on this map.
Take that one. I think that's why, because it's a crap. It's not meant to be like this.
Yeah,
We're
I
going for
stopped
a-
using that gun. That gun was not making me happy.
I need to get killed. So
What are you trying to unlock?
We are losing
then
objective.
Yeah, that's the one that all the people use to like farm kills and stuff. That's the worst thing.
Jetzt Munition.
Press down.
I'm gonna go full sweat. I'm using my bar.
Brrr, brrr. You know, for whatever reason, YouTube is like non-stop recommending me videos of supposed Muslim messiahs converting Christians. Just like non-stop, all through my recommended. And I just thought to myself, if that was anything that wasn't Muslim, if that was any other religion other than Muslim, that would be considered hate speech, going around and harassing people, saying, "Oh, listen to us, listen to how our God's better and everything." But on YouTube, yeah, it's supported. It's okay if it's Muslim, and it's disgusting, really.
I don't understand why anybody would convert to Muslimism.
Neither do I, Kieran, but some people like having sex with children and beating their wives, so.
I mean, I don't not to say no. I'm not even gonna. That's a risky joke.
I'm walking the line right now.
Did you understand? Did you know where I was going with it?
No, but I know it'll be stupid, don't you? I know it'll be something that's you gotta say in the wrong way.
No, but I'm being really smart, but I just feel like making really risky jokes.
So do I right now, and I don't think it's a good idea for any of us.
Yeah, no, it isn't a good idea.
It's frustrating to see such things, and like they expect you to not even like respond to it.
Imagine,
they have like 7 million views. It's like these fucking Muslims going around harassing white Christians in the white Christian country. And these videos have got 7 million views, and you go in and it's just a bunch of fucking Muzzies saying, "Oh, Allah bless you, brother. You're doing the Lord's work," and all this shit. And it's like, no, you're harassing people, talking about false gods. Odin is the true god. Get with it, bitch.
But what I was gonna say is, imagine if the video was instead converting people to paganism.
Well, imagine if we went over to a Muslim country. Yeah, exactly. Muslim country talking about Norse paganism, and we harass Muslims in a Muslim country about, "Oh, here, your god doesn't exist, ours does though."
you wouldn't be able to do that because
They'd throw acid on you, the fucking bastards.
14 on the ping.
1400 ping.
I was actually.
No, you got 200. Go on, Ellie. You've been trying to say something for a while. Go on.
I had
a documentary about the Crusades. You know how like the Christians and stuff.
Oh yeah. That was Christianity's. I respect Christianity for the Crusades. I'm not a Christian, but I love Christians.
So I was actually just came out. I just thought of it and was like, "Oh, Joe, I'll just watch the documentary and move forward." You know, and it was like, you know, Muhammad, the prophet, like he said, you know, something called, like you're probably familiar hearing this before, but he made up this term called jihad, and it essentially says kill non-Muslims.
Yeah.
And you know, that's why the Christians went, and like this is like I actually googled that. So
the Muslims didn't go to war with Christian soldiers. They went to war with Christian pilgrims, citizens that went over there to worship their god over in the Holy Land. And these are the people that the Muslim trained soldiers decided to go to war on. So that, yeah, you're exactly right.
So
that is why the Crusades happened.
I googled jihad then, and jihad, like, it's still a thing. It still says.
Yeah, of course, it's no different, and they try and make it out like it's different. No, it says no, it's different now. We don't do that anymore.
Yeah, I googled it then. It was like. It didn't say kill the Muslims, but it was just like.
No, it does. It just says it in different language so that they don't get in trouble for it.
It's like, that's essentially what it is. Yeah.
So Kai,
it's sickening, and it's so hard to not say anything about it.
I want to hear what you think about. Like I'm just glitching all over the map. But I wanted to hear what you have to say about, like, what do you think Jesus was trying to teach, and what do you think about how he taught?
Well, I was watching something the other day. I've sent you the link to this, but I know you didn't watch it. It's about Jesus Christ was an Anglo-Saxon, not a Jew. And it was saying that.
I haven't watched it yet.
Well, I'll keep sending to you 7 times a day until you watch. And it was saying about how when he was in the presence of Judea, he'd intentionally speak in cryptics, you know, in code. And that's why a lot of the Bible is relatively hard to understand, is because it's what the Jews wrote down about him. Whereas what he actually said to his acolytes was a lot more straightforward, and he said about things like "see me resting," to use Preston's coded term. And he would tell them just in layman's terms and explain things to them. It was only in the presence of the Jewish sort of governors that he wouldn't speak the truth about it. And I think he was a lot more warmongering than modern people like to give him credit for. I think he was.
But
he was a rebel.
Have you seen the memified thing where it's like where Jesus just storms into the temple and he's like, "This is my father's house," like how they make him like just like a.
You know, the guy went in with a fucking mob of swords and stuff and said, "Get the fuck out, Jewish merchants. You're robbing these people blind."
It's true.
You know, he went in with fucking armor and a weapon. He didn't go in and say, "Oh, this is my God's penis." He didn't go in and like the modern Jesus trying to say.
Yeah, but like they're like, "Oh yeah, this is what the law says, that we shouldn't have merchants inside the temple," but yet they do. The prophets are allowing it. Why? And why would God care if he's also a Jew? I mean, something's not right.
Yep. And it's so funny how they try and label themselves God's chosen people since then. Not only do they spit on the grave of Jesus and Christianity, but they say, "Oh, we're God's chosen people." Prove it then. Why are all gods portrayed with blue eyes and blonde hair if you're God's chosen people?
Yeah, that's what I was telling to my parents. I'm like, why is Buddha, Thor, Odin, Jesus?
Why, all of them. Don't list them individually, Kieran. All of them.
No
Japanese, Chinese, all of them.
Yeah. Like all of them. All the ones that are like there's something that...
Even Native Americans, where they try and say, like, leaves have souls and stuff. Even they talk about blonde gods. Africans even. I have no problem with like native Africans, you know, that are in actually Africa because they recognize the truth of history. They have shamans that say no. I mean, did you see that thing I sent you? It was one of the last things I sent you on Instagram, and it's like how like Mugabe was begging white people to come back to Africa, to his country, because they destroyed the economy so much after committing genocide on the white farmers, and they were too stupid to restore order and restore the economy there, so they were begging white people to come back and fix it for them. After which, we'd fix it for them, and then they'd kill us again. Or they'd try and kill us again. And I obviously, I don't like to talk too much about this on the internet, but I get sick of it. I get absolutely sick of it, do you know what I mean?
I just, they're not,
one at a time, lads. Delete and then Kieran.
You know that jihad thing?
Yeah.
Like, they kill him. I just googled it then, and now it says on Google. The personal struggle and devotion to Islam.
Oh, I have to kill people for having blue eyes. Oh, it's hard.
Yeah. It's a struggle. Yeah. It's like... And then that's you know, they go around forcing the religion on people, and it's just disgusting.
I have to turn down the game so I can hear what Elite's saying. Just because I like to. I've told to I've even said this to my parents. I don't identify as a Christian. I don't even like what most Christians have to say.
I'm everything. I'm a Christian pagan. I am. I know you make jokes about it, but I do consider myself partially Christian.
Yeah, I told you the same thing. I said, Kai, I'm both because.
I know you like men and women. You've said that before, Kieran.
I mean, true, but like, I did.
Careful what you say out loud, Kieran.
Yeah, I'm
first place, lads.
How did we? What?
I'm just going to the bathroom. One sec. Save what you were saying. I just need the toilet before it starts.
But how are you, Lee?
Good. There's a Christian club in my school, and they're essentially Bible bashers. They're not proper Christians.
Like, do you know how disrespectful that is, though? Like, to go to a school for it and then bash it. Like,
they're not. They're Christians. Bible bashing is like, it's just like a term to say like they're like fake Christian. They're like, I don't know, Bible bashers. It's like they're not true Christians. They're more like Yeah.
Which type though? There's two different types. There's the one like Bible bashers. There's the ones that constantly condemn it, and then there's the ones that constantly reference it.
They constantly reference. These are the type of people that go down the doors and give out leaflets, drop in.
Oh yeah, I'm not one of those.
They get you to sign up with things, sign up with their fake church or whatever. You know those ones.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, and what I hate is because, like, why I don't identify as a Christian is because I see what so many really big Christians, like Christians, pastors that teach on TV and down in front of like thousands of people.
They're Bible bashers, them. Those people.
Oh yeah, they are. But like, what's even worse is that they constantly talk down to people.
Yeah.
They almost like kind of flaunt their knowledge on it, but like, and then they're like, oh, the occult is so evil, but like,
I know what you did, Karen.
like,
Invite you to my land to discuss what you have done.
There was some pastor on TV, and he talks nonsense. He tried, you know, when like back in March when COVID was like getting big and stuff, they were trying to sell bottles of silver solution that apparently cured COVID. They're all going on trying to sell it now. And then they talk. I can't remember.
I remember that video.
By Inside Edition because he pays money for private jets to get and like he pays for private jets to get away from the normal people on planes.
You know why
he gets closer to God.
Do you know why he flies private? Do you know why he flies private? Do you know why he flies privately? No, because demons fly coach. That's quite literally what
demons are on the
what are you on about?
Plane.
Oh, yeah. Kai and I are on like we're going down the.
I heard part of it. I've heard of it.
I'm gonna get his name.
You should pull it up and send it to him because it's the dumbest thing. And it was so funny because that same pastor Kai. I'll give you some more context as to why he's a complete knob. He like this one parent was like, "Why are my kids so demonic? They have a picture
It sounds like your parents sometimes.
It does. But like the skeleton with a blue eye, yes, that is a skeleton with a blue eye.
Oh no.
Sans from Undertale. It's like
yeah, okay.
But I just and it's like, why did my kids?
Are you sure this wasn't your parents? Why have you left?
No, because the lag was so bad. It's 2,600.
When are you selling it? All right, well we'll have to do more Troy's. Troy and our Republic stuff.
It wasn't but it wasn't the internet, Kai. It's quite literally because I have a snowstorm going on outside my window.
Hey, well no, lies.
I can show you the video of the giant flakes coming down, Kai.
Show me them. Oh, show me them flakes, lads. Show me them flakes.
Okay. Because he won't believe it unless I show him. And like to ask my parents, I could put you on the mic with them. They would say the satellite is cutting out.
Well, we already know you like to pay him. You paid him to say that you had blue eyes when you were a child.
Over there.
We all know, Kieran. What is this fucking guy doing? He's parking me looking at a wall for crying out loud.
That's probably me. I probably haven't.
The ghost of Kieran is still in the game.
Yep. I agree with that statement. But I'll send it to you, Kai. Or should I post it in the ARC chat?
ARC chat.
If it ever decides to upload, because it's a 5 megabyte file for some reason. But it's going. Is it
on there? From the Discord.
Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Hi, don't you love Gucci gang?
I love it, yeah. Why are you sending photos of the crown? Who is that? Queen Elizabeth when she was younger?
Enemy medic sighted.
Where's Elite gone?
Enemy soldier.
There's someone with a very sensitive name.
I don't know. What? Okay. No, what I was saying. Shit. I'm trying to go back to what I was saying. Oh yeah. What I was gonna say, Kai, is why I don't identify with Christianity as much. Like I consider some of it to be real because Noah's Ark.
It is, but the stuff that's told is just indoctrination. Like the stuff that's shared.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not saying it Dead Sea Scrolls. I'm saying
but,
that
like,
they
also,
use
Book
it.
of
It was
Enoch,
taken
it's
over by a
also
certain
the
group, by a
Dead Sea
tribe.
Scrolls. Why do we not have that? No, I know.
Why,
Oh, yeah.
Jared, your delay's gone way bigger.
I'm just saying that, like, why isn't Book of...
Fucking hell, the delay's massive.
What should I do, Kai? Should I just close the game?
Did you hear that, Tim? How
I'm
big the
just
delay
closing
is?
Yeah.
That's the biggest I've ever heard it, Kieran.
It's because there's a storm going on.
Oh yeah. You've still not provided proof.
Capture the objective.
Look at our very balanced squad, Tim. We're equipped to deal with any kind of situation.
Like,
all
I'm getting
support
red
class.
on my voice connected.
So
in the
shit,
art chat.
that's always a good sign.
There's 2,000 milliseconds delay. There's 2,000 milliseconds, 3,000 millisecond delay.
I think 2,000 might be a conservative
No.
estimate, honestly. There's a big
Maybe it's
delay.
4,000. Really nice.
Holy moly.
Where you at, Elite?
I'm a minefield,
Have you seen that on Netflix, the La
No, it's
Revolution
Down,
advertised? Elite.
What?
Elite.
I don't have Netflix.
Have you seen La Revolution advertised on Netflix?
Nope. What is it?
It's about French Revolution. And I saw it and I thought, that's a very interesting piece of artwork you've got there, La Revolution. Because it had a white Frenchman on the cover with blood out of his mouth, obviously because the revolution was killing the royals. And guess what colour the blood was? The blood was blue. And it's not like an alien show or anything like that, it's supposed to be realistic. But he's portrayed with blue blood and there's a lot of black people in the show as well. So, you know, in typical
What does
sort of
blue blood mean? Is it?
the Iranian.
Podcast.
The Iranian bloodline.
Is it not just like for French symbols? And
No, that's blue blood. They say Queen Elizabeth is blue blood.
Oh.
But I thought it was very interesting symbolism to use in that. And as I say, the Lab Revolution,
I mean-
for whatever reason, there's a lot of Africans in the show, and I don't get it if it's set in the
Was
French Revolution.
revolution caused by those? Or
Yeah. That was the
genuine
first one they did.
people?
That was the first thing, the first major incident that they caused in modern
So
times.
the French royal family wasn't.
The French royal family were Iranian. They were the good guys. But I just thought, have a look at it. If you got Netflix, just click on it at some point and type in La Revolution, and you'll see what I mean. You'll see it on the homepage. And I just thought that was very interesting. Like, there's a lot of hinting, a lot of teasing.
And there's loads of black
So
people.
because the delay,
Yeah, and I don't get it because it's French Revolution. I'm not
the
talking
delay is so
anything.
massive, I'm just going to leave
Yeah.
the art chat.
Jesus
Well,
Christ.
that wouldn't be accurate because.
Alright, see ya, Kieran. Sorry it's not working, boy.
50 of us.
Yeah, it's not accurate because that's 1770s, isn't it? Elite.
Yeah.
I love the.
Maybe. If it was the 1920s, like.
Yeah,
maybe
not
it's-
any 1900s. You could believe it. Even late 1800s, but 1770s. I'm only saying 1800s because the slave trade, so you could understand if there was a few there. But they certainly wouldn't be in a position to assassinate kings.
even in like the late 1800s, like 1920s, and still wouldn't have been many. So
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. That's
still-
another thing. Like I can't even say it on here, but that's another thing where the number. Let's just say there's an incident where the numbers were massively exaggerated, shall we say? 100 years ago, numbers were exaggerated. That's the same with the transatlantic slave trade, I do believe. Because if the numbers were as high as they say they were, we'd know it now. We'd look at demographics now, and there'd be a lot more of them in the West than there is. There's a lot in the West right now, don't get me wrong, but there'd be a lot more of them in the West.
Capture the objective.
There's other events they highly inflated death tolls as well.
Say again, sir.
There's other incidents where they inflated like death tolls and
Yeah,
stuff.
and even those death tolls that did happen 100 years ago, let's just say it's not very practical to use gasoline and wood and land and manpower when you're outnumbered in a war 44-1. Let's just say that much, that you're probably not going to be prioritizing using gasoline and wood on anything other than warfare. Let's just say that much. What's glossed over is how many of the deaths were typhus related. You know, because there was a big typhus pandemic at that time, wasn't there? Or epidemic. Ah, God, Kieran's internet just gets worse and worse, doesn't it?
That objective captured.
That objective, capture it. Fucking hell.
You can't even there's like probably hackers in this game we don't even know about. You
Yeah,
know,
that
like,
we're getting killed by.
yeah.
Ah!
We didn't know because
What, because there'd be a floating gun?
Yeah.
You weren't stopping the flow of the stream, Kieran. It was bad. The delay was bad. As I say, if it does this again, join more Troy streams. We'll do more co-op and we'll do Old Republic. Because those games will not struggle as much.
We have taken objective Charlie.
What the fucking hell? I'm spawning with guns up my arse. Oh, sent a picture of the snowstorm. Kind of want a snowstorm right now. It's not that deep, Kieran. What you saying, you cheeky boy? Kieran's land is very flat, innit? Like, that whole area, it's a really flat. Almost, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the rice fields of... Yeah, it reminds me of the rice fields of Asia. That sort of part of Canada does. You know how, like, how flat it is? And he showed me it on Google Earth, or he gave me the address on Google Earth, and I saw it's all, like, parceled up pieces of land. From the air, it really does look like rice paddies.
What do they grow, or is it the cattle farm?
I don't know if Kieran's farm does any of that, but in that area, probably is cattle, yeah. I don't know if it's very fertile there. I think it's quite sandy soil. I might be wrong. It just looked that way.
Objective apples.
I don't think they grow anything individually. I think they use it to just like live on. Use it one to live on. I was when it takes me 2 seconds to respond to something. It was more than 2 seconds. That was more than 2 seconds.
delay in the final victory, which shall belong to Britain and
It
France.
shall belong to Britain and France. It's so bad. I was watching one of those clips of, you know, like a person filming Peaky Blinders from their home. You know, where they see them walking around, and the effort they go to is really crazy. Like they'll have, I saw they put like bed sheets, like World War II, World War I era bed sheets over windows and stuff to cover up like modern windows. You know, like double glazed windows and stuff. They go to a lot of effort to do it. It is admirable.
Oh well, yeah. But like even old
We've got to capture the position.
neighborhoods and stuff will be like,
Yeah, they'll have newer
like, you know
parts.
those old streets. I don't know. Don't they film? They film all over. They film in
They film in
Yeah, the old
Manchester.
cobble-
They film a lot of it
Yeah,
in Manchester
Brighton,
and
Liverpool and stuff.
Liverpool. But they actually, a place that I go to on my bike ride most weekends. They actually filmed all of the stuff that was outside of Birmingham there, just at the just on the edge of Buxton. When I say out of Birmingham in the show, I mean, you know, outside of when they leave the city to do something in the show. This area is usually where they go to for the countryside clips.
We have taken objective apples.
No sandy soil. We actually are one of the biggest producers of agriculture. Okay, fair enough. I was just going off of the colours when I was looking at it on Google Earth. Scandinavia is very sandy soil.
Like, I cannot, like, old cobbled streets like that nowadays would have, like, they would be ruined with, like, modern PVC windows and stuff. They'd be all
yeah, you don't think about it, but yeah, even like letterboxes and doors and stuff would have to be changed. You know what was mad? When one of Robert Sepper's videos a while ago, he was talking about how they were using some. I think in like the 1800s, they were building up some town in America with old brick that they just reused for as long as they could remember. They'd reused it, and they'd used it in and foundations for houses and buildings and stuff. And then it ended up being cobblestones. Is what made me think of it. You just said cobblestones now, and they actually found fucking Phoenician writing, like Phoenician glyphs on the cobblestones. You know, like the Carthaginians, the Phoenicians, who are of a certain phenotype that we always reference. And these are the ones, you know, when 7-foot-tall red-headed mummies have been found thousands of times in a row in America.
Yeah.
And it's, people don't like to talk about it. Like, this is probably where it's from, or at least some of them. Because it was when they were losing the war to Rome, this guy that Robert Sepper shared a clip of, he said that when they were losing the war to Rome, they basically sent all of the civilians out as refugees to escape Carthage. You know, when Hannibal went towards Rome. To escape Rome, they sent a bunch of their civilians off into different places. Some of them were England, some of them were, you know, Ireland even. Because they knew that their ancestors had gone to these lands. They knew about these lands. But a lot of them, thousands of them even, went to North America. And it's just mad. Because North America is so bland with history, in my opinion. Like, there's nothing, we're told nothing goes on, but there is actually a lot going on there, we just don't know about it.
I can see more, like, even like the Native Americans and stuff. There's stories about them, like you said, they knew about blue-eyed dogs and stuff.
It's a sad thing that if you want to know history, you have to go to these tribes, like in Africa. Go on.
Yeah, I would say early prototypes of Native Americans would be blue-eyed as well.
Yeah, well, they supposedly, the Phoenicians supposedly mixed with one of the tribes, and then they ended up dying out in the end. And some of these Phoenicians, because the question raises, okay, well, if there's thousands over there, what happened to them? And that is a good question. I don't know the answer. I could come up with theories, but yeah, I mean, I think they melded, and you know what happens when you meld with certain genetics?
Yeah.
You lose all sign of it. You know, blue eyes, for example, that goes very quickly when you mix with people that don't have blue eyes. If all of these Carthaginians, or most of them, had blue eyes and light hair, and if this was 2,400 years ago, then that's plenty of time for the genetic proof of the living descendants to sort of disappear, or be disappeared, shall we say? It could always have been meddling in it as well. Yeah, you see that thing I posted? It's like people are that sad now they can no longer refute Robert Sepper's extreme wisdom. So that in an effort to cover him up, they're now just trying to call him fat and make fun of him for having a receded hairline and stuff. It's so sad, and it just proves that they're scared of him. As I was saying to you, like, I've seen way uglier people. Like, if you just genetically, he's got great genetics, Robert Sepper has, and he's incredibly smart. And it's like, it's always the people that make fun of, that go, the first thing they go to is looks. They never have a photo of themselves. They never have a profile picture. And I find that so ironic. If you're gonna do that, at least have a leg to stand on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
It's mad. I tell you what, though, I'm a lot happier since I come off of Instagram. I realised how pissed off it was making me in the past. Like,
Did you delete your account?
no, account's still there. Account's still there. I've just not got the app on my phone, so I can't access it. And I think back to things that I'd seen, you know, like comments and like just like toxic feminist posts and, you know, like Zionist posts and all that, or sorry, Zion-friendly posts. I think back to it and like I became numb to it when I was using Instagram and social media, but now I think back to it and it pisses me off just to think back to it, and I'm just thinking like, it pisses me off this much now, and this is posts from 2 months ago that I saw, so it's really not good for your health to see all that crap. Because they do put intentionally negative stuff in your way because they know that it'll keep you on the app for longer. Oh, sorry, I missed a bunch of comments, Kieran. I'll get to that in a minute. Go on, say what you're saying, Lee.
Oh yeah, I never really got loads of people. People could spend hours and hours on Instagram a day, but I never really got that like into that. Like if I'm on Instagram, I'm usually like searching like usually like tags or places or whatever.
That it starts like that, but it never ends like that. That's because it was the same with me. That's the problem. They always get you. They always, you know, even if you say if you were to turn off comment notifications, which I did. Because I'd make a true statement about our Iranians, and obviously that would trigger people that were not Iranian. And I would turn off notifications, but Instagram would still have it on. And I'd go into the settings and I'd see, no, it's turned off, but they're still telling me about all these scrubs that are trying to argue with me. Like that woman that tried saying that the original Vikings were black, and that the original British people were black, and we stole Britain from the Africans. And it's laughable, but then at the same time, that kind of mental retardation really does rub off on you if you're around it for too long. I was offered a job by another family member doing more of what I was doing before. I will be making $20 an hour, but my fucking summer will be gone. What, construction? Obviously, you know my perspective on it, Kieran. At the same time, you had a lot of plans to do with your summer, and thus far, how much of it are you doing? I'm not saying it's your fault. I think you've been, you know, your parents have definitely dissuaded you out of doing certain things. If you think you can make the most of a summer, then that's all we live for, really, isn't it? It's the summer, and it's the summer moments. So just prioritize that above all else. Like when I think of the best moments in my life, it's never autumn or spring. It's always summer. So to give your summer away just for some money.
Soldiers.
That's what my friend done. She got a job over in the town, and she's going on. Like she thought it was a good thing and stuff. She's like, "Go and get a job. That's great."
You get money.
Her
you
summer's
don't.
gone.
Yeah.
This summer's gone now.
Is it for this year that she did?
Yeah. It's a part-time. It's a part-time job, but it's like evening hours. So her Friday afternoon's gone.
And she's at school at the same time, so it's not really. It's basically a full-time job, really.
She would go on about she's doing this, she's doing that in summer. No,
she's getting the money for it, but where's the time for it? And it's like it's one of those things that even if you can actually make the time and get the time off work to do it, your emotional energy is going to be drained because all you want to do is go home and sleep. So how are you going to enjoy a festival or something?
Yeah.
Not enough people understand this. Everyone thinks that the go-to thing is job, work, but that's why everyone's so unhappy, I think, one of the reasons. I'd rather be poor for 15 years doing something I enjoy, knowing that I'll be able to do it for the rest of my life because I enjoy it, meaning that I'm playing the long game, and sooner or later it'll pay dividends, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like, school's a bit more, like school, like what school you're only in. School is, it's not work, but it is kind of like.
It's not as bad, yeah. I know what you're saying, but it's not. I always thought it was bad,
yeah. And
you think when you're in school, you think it's worse, don't you? Because you're like, oh well, they'll get paid for it, but then you don't take into account that the government steals 90% of their money through all these different taxes and fees and like, oh, pay for pothole reconstruction on roads. Okay, I don't drive, but sure.
I wonder what group of people came up with the tax system.
I wonder too. I bet they had blue eyes. Yeah. Blue-eyed people always do all bad things, don't they?
Yeah. And like, you know, her summer's gone. Yeah, and like,
What's she
you
doing?
know,
Like, is it like retail?
We are losing.
yeah, shop, food shop. So
That's one of the worst because you get a bunch of bitchy like middle-aged or
That's-
young girls
she's
going
gone
in
on
there.
Objective
Yep.
apples.
she was going on about that, and
Yeah.
now she's getting messaged by like, I don't want to be rude, but people she
Well,
doesn't
let them
like
take
in
the
school.
objective.
Like some weirdos in school are going up to like regular shoppers at this shop. Like it's a big clothes shop, so like
Right.
regular shoppers are like messaging her now, like, oh gee, I'm going here now, and I'm gonna see you.
Well, asking her out. Or...
We have taken objective apples.
No, like
Like friends,
Where's
people that are trying to be a friend.
yeah, well not friends, but like she doesn't like them, but like you know. like,
Yeah, that's bad. 'Cause, well, you can't even
No,
get
no,
rid of him because
no.
you can't say fuck
No.
off because you'll get in trouble for
Yeah,
it.
yeah, and she was getting.
We have lost
She was
objective butter.
saying she was getting talk, like she could hear people talking about her, like a group of girls talking about her behind her back as well in the shop, so she's getting all that as well. I wouldn't mind like a part-time job, but like it would be very low hours, but like you don't get any jobs as low hours, so there's no point.
Right, so they're all set up to be bad for you in some kind of way.
Yeah.
Jobs are never set up to help the worker. It's the problem with it, and that's why I just want to learn as many things that are independent as possible.
I do,
Fucking
like,
hell.
it's sleeping still, like, by like Friday, it's the last day, everyone's exhausted, I know, no one's
And
bothered.
so you're finishing. What are you doing now then? Are you doing A levels?
Oh no, I have another week of exams.
Yeah, but when you finish them.
I'm doing A levels, so,
So are you doing A levels in that school?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's different over here, I don't know if you feel like college or something, but like we do secondary school, it's like everything, so secondary school, GCSE and A levels, and then it's uni. I don't know.
I think some courses you do that in school still in England. We call it sixth form, unless that's a different thing.
Yeah, we do sixth form.
Oh.
Upper sixth and lower sixth,
Yeah.
but... Wait,
Do you know Joe did sixth form, and I remember him telling me about this. I forget it. I don't remember exactly how he phrased it. He phrased it in a really funny way, but he said, "Oh yeah, well, we did talk. I went to Cornwall. We didn't talk for like 3 years, and he was telling me about what he did. He said, and he for several minutes he was talking to me about sixth form and why he stayed and like the benefits of it. And then I said, okay, so what qualifications did you get after it? He said, oh no, I failed it all.
that's great.
And I'm not making fun of these are his words. I remember sitting down, I was like, oh, that's really good, Joe. So what are you going to do with that? He was like, oh no, I failed it all.
That's half of my exams or something. You know.
So can you still do A levels, even though you failed?
Yeah,
some
like,
of the exams?
I need 10 points or something to get back in school, but like the A levels I'm doing Brandon. I mean,
So
I've
what if
chose
they give you
school and-
childcare, Tim?
No, well, like the subjects I have failed is biology, chemistry, French.
How have you failed French? You love French shit.
It's I just didn't revise. Just it doesn't work. I should have. I was just
What were you
sleeping
doing
last
all the
night.
time when you revised then?
Sleep. I would sleep or I would sleep, wake up at like 11 o'clock and just.
It's
go
the worst
downstairs
time to put exams in a person's life because you grow in the most, so you need the most sleep, and you're in the worst moods.
Mhm. But French, like, it just like I like like you know, like French, it's just different. It's, I don't know, you learn rubbish statements that don't matter. Like, I
Like that Boris Johnson video. I had a
Okay.
what was it? I had a sausage for breakfast, and it was very nice.
oh no, it's like I had a steak and
Some chips, yeah. And it was very good. Can you believe he's being re-elected out of the Labour? They're just like, yeah, have you seen it? Labour has lost like half the country. I think at this point people just don't want Boris Johnson to leave the spotlight. They want him in there because he's funny. He's like the stark opposite of Putin or Trump, isn't he? It's just like a sitcom character.
Conservative games, man. I wasn't paying attention. Oh yeah, look at the map. It's just blue everywhere.
Well, it's actually, I see in Buxton, I think Buxton's Labour, because I see constant signs for like vote Labour signs people, when I'm out on my bike.
Derbyshire, Conservative.
Is it Conservative there as well?
That's the whole district of Derbyshire.
Derbyshire's massive. We're not really it. We're very north Derbyshire, Buxton is.
Sunderland, Labour. He's a little Preston's a little communist.
You were communist, Preston. I think a large part of what's making people vote Labour around here is thinking that all these ridiculous COVID restrictions are somehow related to Conservatives. Like, those restrictions were going to be placed no matter what party we've got in power. People can't seem to grasp this. That it's got to be the same either way. It's, you know, that group of people, you can't vote them out. It's well established that you cannot vote the people out that are calling the shots.
Well, it's just like, I don't know, it's just so funny. Almost like it's just like...
Kieran says, I give Elite a lot of shit, but he's actually a very nice guy. He is. He's a good lad, he is.
So much faith in voting.
Yeah,
like,
people, it's Americans especially, that Patriots, they talk about it like it's God-given power, like you can change the world.
Yeah.
And when they talk about the youth should vote and everything, it's like, why waste your time when, you know, it's... Even if there's an amazing political party who promise a bunch of things, they're not going to hold to it. They don't. There's nothing to hold. Yeah.
Like what did Biden promised so much things. Biden, you know, he's.
Do you know what's mad though? Did you see the thing how he's banning meat consumption?
Oh yeah, like
he's limited meat consumption, £2 a month, yeah, weight pounds, and banning menthol cigarettes. And I was like, maybe I'm a liberal now. But I think the problem is he's not doing it for the right reasons. You know, like limited meat consumption. They're limited meat consumption to bring in synthetic meats that destroy a man's testosterone levels. Is why they're limiting meat consumption. They're not doing it for the right reasons. Same with menthol cigarettes. Sure, ban them, great. But what are they going to replace it with? They're legal. I mean, fucking hell. In Ohio, they legalized heroin and cocaine. So it's neither here nor there at this point. They're not. It's neither good nor bad. Can you explain why it's so bad to be a Geordie? It's not really. I was just doing things to annoy Preston.
Where's that rate my big guy from?
You should have seen my dad's reaction when I showed him the video about the Scythians and that Solomon's daughter was blonde hair. So when did you? Oh, you showed him more than one then. Daughter was blonde hair and blue eyed. They went to America and his mind was blown. So he understands it now and everything.
We are losing objective apples.
I think I should turn it down and explain I want to enjoy my summer. Yeah, but I feel like you had all these plans when you were locked away in a hotel, but you're not acting on them. And this isn't me talking shit, Kieran, because I've been honest with you. The last 2 weeks I've done fuck all. I've been quite lazy. I got back into bench pressing, which I've done for a week and a half or so. But you've got to always hold yourself accountable. If you say you're going to do something, you should do it. And I understand you're in a snowstorm now, so don't go out on a 10-mile bike ride, obviously. But you know, you had a lot of how many games have you played? How many books have you read that you wanted to read? You know what I mean? If you're going to turn something down, do it so that we can do streams. Do it so that you can play stories that you want to play. Do you know what I mean? Retail, it's so annoying. It's what everyone, it's like retail and fucking sweatshop factories that people are being pushed towards now, and that's what all the jobs will be in fucking 40 years unless there's something changes. I've got a book called The Bronze Age Mindset, Elite, and he makes a good point in it. He says that 50 years ago, if people had social media, they would have put sportsman in their bio. Every man essentially called himself a professional sportsman, and every man aspired to be that. Even if he worked other things, he was doing 3 different sports a week. Do you know what I mean? Because back then, I just, you know, I crave the, you know, back in the time, even during, like, Germany, during a certain era, how much emphasis there was being put on physical fitness and, you know, accomplishing really mad things with athletics or gymnastics, and how if you did that you were like at the top, because that's how it should always be. It should be like the warriors should be at the top. But now it was something, I saw a post on Instagram before I left it, and the guy made a good point. He said, like, now it's the merchants and the bankers, obviously the bankers, that group of people, but it's the merchants and the shopkeepers that are at the top of things now. People that are at the top of the hierarchy and top of the food chain now are not the people that should be, looking at their bodies and looking at, you know, what they're capable of, and looking at their, just what they look like. People that are at the top of the food chain now are people that run 5 different cafes, you know, and it's a perversion of the natural order, I think, because we need to get back to the old Vedic Iranian way, which was like the top was priests, not religious priests, but people that taught, you know, like see me rest, and as Preston calls it, you know what I mean by see me rest.
Yeah.
Taught things like that, and then the next one down were the warrior class, and they all had blue eyes, and, you know, the usual phenotype.
Yep.
And then the merchants came after that, and then had less power than that. And it's just, it's a perversion of the order. It's mad. French is so bad.
Stout as the land we come from.
No, you
but it is
can.
not over yet. Guns up,
I don't know if
we defend
I
once
think I
more.
can say it, but now you can essentially like change your gender to get into, you know, all types of sports. People are abusing that.
And to get a job.
And to get jobs and an excuse for.
If you want to win if you want to win the Olympics and become a celebrity, just wear a wig and say you're a woman and go and join the Women's Olympics. I'm alright for it. I think there should be. Go on.
If someone like, if you refuse then that person like just, you know, just go to the police. So look, I'm getting discriminated or something.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, there should be. I think women should be allowed to join men's sports if they want to, and if they obviously they shouldn't be forced onto a football team full of men. But if they wanted to try out for it, and if they can put up the stats, then sure. But I don't think men.
No problem.
But only if they can put up this, you know, performance, and if they actually want to, and if they get put there on merit, if they earn it, yeah. But it's not that right now. It's really not.
No. Yeah, it's just for.
Fuck, my tank's already.
Essentially, like,
We are losing objective
you know, pedos and stuff to get in toilets.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Well, it's like that video I sent you of Alex Jones when he went up to that immigration thing and just like, "You're smuggling children in here! You're having sex with children!" And he's coming up and he says, "No, you have to go in." It's like, "I can stand here if I want. We can ride horses down this if we want to." He's just perfect. He's a legend.
Yeah, but you know that
I don't know what the relevance of it was. He was like, "I'm going to prove my point. I'm going to tell that we can bring our horses down here if we wanted to."
You know that Sonic video where, you know, the
I watched the whole thing, you know. I watched the whole thing. I was like, "This is compelling. I'm going to watch the whole of it." And I like how when Sonic is saying the same stuff, Alex Jones comments on it. I forget what he says something about it. It's like, you're saying the same shit now, buddy boy, or something like that. Someone did make a good point about, you know, David Icke. You know who David Icke is? And Alex Jones. They know all these things, but they don't necessarily use them, you know, for health and stuff. Like, they're not in the best. They're cool guys and very brave, but for people who know a lot of secrets, you'd think they'd, like I do, for example, see me resting. You'd think they'd apply them, wouldn't you? For example, if you know how bad fluoride is, but then you see Alex Jones in a hot tub drinking
Yeah.
cheap wine, and there's a meme I sent it to you, and he says, "We are literally bathing in fluoride right now." He knows it, but he doesn't care.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fine.
it's to dissuade people from improving their bodies. If they don't feel like they can make lots of money from it, they won't do it. Yep, exactly,
We have lost
exactly.
objective butter.
Because back then, if you, let's just use our favourite Germans, for example. I will say no more than that.
We have lost the sector.
As an example. If you could be a fucking private, and if you, in fact, Inglourious Bastards demonstrates this perfectly. You know, you've seen it annually. Yeah, do you remember that guy that in Inglourious Bastards where he's like a normal soldier, but they use him for the sniper propaganda film?
Oh yeah.
That was a real thing. If you were someone that were like in a good shape, or if you looked like you fulfilled, you know, you had good lineage, shall we say, good genetics, and you had an exceptionally masculine and strong body, you'd literally become a celebrity because they'd use you as a literal poster boy. And they'd pay you, you'd get paid money just for being healthier than other people and more muscular than other people. And we need to get back to that because that solves so many problems automatically when that is the case. Oh shit, there's a bombardment. Someone's dropping fucking flares around here and it's bringing missiles down. What's wrong with hot tubs, bitch? Well, tap water is very bad in general. The problem with the tap water used in hot tubs is it's got incredibly high levels of chlorine. Now, chlorine originally was used to kill vermin. It was used as pest control. You'd use it to poison rats' nests and stuff. So, what do you think that's doing to your skin?
If they used, well, let's just say if they could make gas out of chlorine and World
Yes,
War
if
I,
they can make bombs and like fucking militarized gas.
Yeah.
Next thing, you know, next thing we'll be having like radiation, fucking skincare creams and stuff, and people know what people are like. Oh, what's wrong with that, bitch? When is radiation not good for you?
I haven't had tap water.
You don't drink
2
tap
months.
water in a hot tub. No, but you sit in it and you've got all of your skin in it, which is a sponge. You absorb it, Preston. It's fucking good. It
I
smells
haven't
nice.
drunk
It's
tap
not
water.
bad. Well, good luck with that, Preston. I know what I'm talking about. Chlorine is very bad for you, Preston. Thing is, a lot of people I talk to, Preston's joking right now, but a lot of people I talk to know the damage of chlorine. They just can't be arsed avoiding it.
Yeah.
Which is
I mean,
sad.
it's very difficult.
They make it hard to avoid, don't get me wrong, but it's, you know, it's just sad. And that's intentional. They do that intentionally. They want, okay, if we can't cover up the information, we can make it hard to act on that information. When I was doing my lifeguard course for 5 days, I felt the chlorine into my skin. You can literally feel it aging, can't you, Kieran? When you're in chlorine. You can feel it in your hair as well. I mean, you were talking about skin, but hair's a lot more delicate to chlorine than skin is. You want to know why many men are going bald? Well, chlorine's your answer. Fucking hell, there is like 7 gas grenades. Do you see that, Tidden? Look how many gas grenades are all overlapping the same area.
It'd be cool if you could just, I don't know, like, build your house over like a mineral spring and just use that.
That's what they
spring
did in
for
ancient
the charge.
times. That's why Athens was built on a spring, wasn't it? All of the best places were built on a mineral spring, so yeah, it would be good. Really, if you dig deep enough, you'll pretty much always find a spring. Like,
Yeah.
but obviously it's expensive to do.
It's just,
That's not chlorine. That's something else. No, it's chlorine.
I don't know if this is free, but does Iceland use like all of its water from springs? I don't know.
I have no idea, but I could believe it. I could believe it. I would not live in ice. Oh, hang on. No, it's Greenland. Sorry, that I don't like. Have you seen Greenland? It's literally brown everywhere, and there's no trees. Now the people there are amazing. The culture there is amazing. Don't get me wrong. I think Iceland's a bit similar as well, but I believe it has no trees. Like trees don't exist on the island. It's either Iceland or Greenland. And it's literally just brown. At least from the photos I've seen, anyway. I wouldn't live in Greenland. Which one did you say it was that they use all the meat? Did you say Iceland or Greenland?
Iceland.
Iceland.
I googled it. Like, does Iceland?
I could believe. I could believe that. And it's on volcanic. It's a volcano, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's built on a plate margin. So
Yeah, it's like constant volcano, so there'll be mineral springs opening up all the time. You say it's bad with I approve of it being bad without proof of it being bad. Well, I mean, how do you want me to prove it? I'm not going to be able to link your Wikipedia articles because they're not going to tell you about that on Wikipedia.
It's safe to
Stop
drink,
using chlorine. Stop using it then
95%
for a bit.
of
And you'll
all
see the benefit.
Iceland- Yeah, 95% of all tap water in Iceland comes from springs. It's free from chlorine, calcium, and nitrate. So it's all.
I'd maybe. I mean, you know, one of the reasons why I'd want to move into Iceland because of what the women look like, the phenotype over there. I mean, they're some of the closest descendants of, well, some of the Vikings in Greenland and Iceland. Because it's so harsh that you don't get people of, should we say, other phenotypes going there a lot of the time. Even though there is an encouragement on it, they just don't enjoy it. It's too cold for them. So you have homogeneity, and it is cool because they've pretty much stayed the same genetically since the Vikings settled there. So it's quite cool to think of.
Yeah, I actually, on my biology test, there was a question, like, genetics question, which they worked out all the different, like, eye colors and blue.
Oh, yeah.
See,
Oh, did it say, oh, blue eyes was a genetic defect 6,000 years ago?
No. But what I noticed is all the, like, GCSE, like, sources, like, BBC Vitals and stuff, it all says brown eyes are the dominant eye color. And it's like that everywhere, and it's like, brown eyes are, like, depicted as almost like, you know, they're the dominant gene.
Yeah.
So, like...
Well, I was thinking about this. I used Joe as an example because I was thinking about this earlier. Joe's got very, very brown eyes. He looks very Neolithic and like he's got very dark hair, very brown eyes, pale skin.
Yeah.
He's got that phenotype. And you see, you'd think it runs in the family, but his sister has literally got like bright blonde hair with blue eyes. Very different to him. So it works in very different ways, I suppose. Genetics, like you could have regressive genes and stuff, and yeah, it's a difficult one. But I mean, there's certainly, I wouldn't call it dominant. It's not a dominant gene. It's just that there's.
Yeah.
Let's just say
I
the
get-
holy phenotype, the sacred phenotype, that is designed in a way that if it's mixed with anything else, it is lost indefinitely.
Yes.
And that's the way that the gods designed it. You know, according to the Atlantean myth and all that legend, that it was designed that way so that you would know who was who and who was what. Nothing. When have you done months without chlorine, Preston? Fuck you. You've never done months without chlorine. So you've done months without any tap water drinking or using it. You haven't used chlorine now for 3 weeks.
Nothing changer, it's a lie. I haven't used chlorine now for 3 weeks. Oh.
That's objective. Capture.
I like how he says, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, you don't know what you're talking about. But he's literally seen the life-changing benefits of the other thing that I've told him about.
Who? Preston?
Preston, yeah.
What other thing?
See me resting. He does that.
For some reason I don't believe that, but I forget that.
I'm not getting involved.
Yeah, just leave it that. I won't. What's it? See
You're
me
such
resting?
a... See me... Well, where that comes from is Preston, you know, Preston with his autocorrect and his misspelling. That's what it came through as. See me resting. So now we use it as just like a joke.
See me
word.
resting.
Yeah, I'll type it how he said it. Hang on. Go on ArcChat. This is how he spelled it. He was asking me questions about it and he spelled it like that.
Like, when I heard that the first time, I was like, you know, that president definitely said that.
Yeah.
It's a very, you know, it's out of context perfectly. It's not.
If I sent you some of the things Preston messages me, he's even worse on Discord. You'd think he'd be better when he had a keyboard in front of him, but he's even worse. I like how Preston said he didn't say months without it. He said moths without it. The moths have not been using chlorine. Their wings are very healthy right now. Probably Greenland where it's brown because I was legit across from Greenland, and in the summer when I was just living in the winter, I hear it's all just desert. Well, it's not desert, but it looks like desert from far away. It's the opposite of desert. It's very cold. See me rest. Go into that fucking Freemason hall next door to me and say, don't worry lads, don't worry, I'll be the resident expert on see me resting.
You go in there and it's a bunch of old, like, men.
No, it will be. Essentially, it'll be low-grade stuff. So people who own, like, a pub and, like, a restaurant. But my mum did make a good point that some of the higher-ups could potentially come to little unknown or smaller towns like this. Because let's say they use the one in York, for example, the big hall in York. The one that everyone knows is a Freemason hall. You're a lot more likely to get followed out of that. You know, like tracked and like followed and this. Hello, Kieran. Never mind. When I was outside biking for 6 hours, I came back, looked at my hair. My hair is very sensitive. Yeah, well, that's just what the sun does for you, Kieran.
So is York? Is that like a proper one? That's like
that was one of the earliest places. That I mean, there's a couple of variants of Freemasonry, and one of them is the York Rite. You've got the Scottish Rite, the York Rite, and then there's the blue. What is it? It's blue something. But yeah, the York Rite is one of the main ones, and it began in York.
And that the one in Buxton's just kind of like old man hangout. Like
I assume so, but my mum did make a good point about that. It's like if you want to keep it off the records, you might go for one of the small ones. But if you want to keep it off the records, you're probably not going to put the sign in the window. So it goes both ways. I don't know.
True.
I think essentially a lot of the Freemasons, unless you're a 33rd degree Freemason, which is the maximum tier, the maximum rank. They're not really going to know much. It's mainly just going to be about societal observation and control. It's the upper ones, it's the upper classes that are like at the level of like knowing exactly what went on in Atlantis, for example. And I don't think that the ones in Buxton are going to be 33rd degree Freemasons.
Yeah.
When I joined to say "see me resting," but it literally didn't pick up that I said it.
Yeah, you just left. I said hello, Kieran.
I just left, and I looked on the stream, and I'm like, well, there's no joke now. But it's weird now. I got 60 ping. I guess it's like letting up outside, but I'm not gonna rejoin the game. I don't think. Do you mind if I stay and talk, or am I gonna mess up the game?
No, stay it. It's fine. No, for something like this, it's absolutely fine, Garrett. For say like Elder Scrolls Online, when I was running my ESL, just because it's missions, so you know you're not gonna have a clue what's going on. But this is fine. We were just making fun of Preston.
Yeah. Preston's a good guy.
Yeah, we've got a good group. I was saying this to you the other day. We've got a great group here.
I just what Elite does, like I don't know why he's so vicious when he's just like typing out text.
You are Elite.
He is quite literally
vicious.
Like, no,
I love the use of that word, vicious, like he's a tiger.
But it's true. He's like, well, this guy's got proud eyes, so I think we all know about him. And then when I go back and I hit him just as hard as he hit me, he's like, whoa, man, what are you doing? Whoa, that's uncalled for. Whoa. So don't be so mean. It's a hashtag joke moment. Like, that's quite literally what Elite does. And no. What was that, Elite? Was that a no?
No, it was a good investment.
It's not my money.
It's not my
money. I'm not rich.
I'm not rich.
You fucking bunch.
That's more Scottish than Irish, but we'll stick
No,
with
but
it.
that's how he said it. He
I
was
know,
just so mad.
Yeah,
he just barked at her. He's like, "You fucking bitch."
I'm not rich at all.
Open into blah 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 blah.
Never
Someone
did
Open
showed,
to-
I remember
open to
someone showed me
interpretation.
the person who sits beside me in like my science classes, and she was like going through, like just casually going through apps on her phone, and she picked their bank app, and I'd seen, and it said she had £10,000 in her bank, and I was like, whoa.
She's been doing
How the hell
OnlyFans or
did-
something. He's thinking about it now. Hang on a minute, let me put her name into OnlyFans.
But that's quite literally all of society now.
Yeah, but you know, well, you can get like fake apps. They do that for investment apps where you can have like fake money where you can practice.
Oh no, it
investing.
was a proper bank app. I think it was like it was.
She's stuck onto a parent's bank or something.
She's a very goody person though. Like, I don't know.
Well, that's what you think. She probably sucks off old men for money or something. Then £10,000.
Yeah.
And no, but she knew and it was not sort of like, whoa, how do you have that much money? And I was like, oh, it's like that's just like my parents put like money in it or something.
Definitely OnlyFans. When she says parents, she means it to her daddy, not her dad.
Like, well, she can't access it until she's 18.
Oh, okay, yeah. I had that. I got run over by a bus, and I had that, but it wasn't £10,000.
My parents must have got money compensation.
What for the? Oh, yeah, did they ever get it for that crash earlier this year or last year?
I think
It was this year.
I told them to apply for it
Yeah.
or whatever.
Taken the sector.
And I think, you know, they will, but I don't know. It can take a while to get
Well, especially now, it'll take ages with lockdowns.
We have
through.
secured
It
the
took,
sector.
I think, because my mum was in a crash before, it took her like 3 or 4 years to
They
get
should
like,
have just
control.
used it for a bit of cash every now and then. We're a bit low this month. Roger, go and
What?
crash into someone.
Like, a what?
I'm assuming your dad's called Roger.
Oh no, the first crash she was in, she got crashed into a house.
In a house?
Yeah, because the guy was, he was an alcoholic, he was doing like his...
What,
like,
someone
speeding.
crashed into her house?
No,
they,
someone
like, ran her
crashed
off the road.
into her car, and her car hit.
She flew into someone's house? Like into someone's living room?
Yeah. No, it like just hit the outside wall, just it wasn't like...
Do you ever see that though, when when you're out driving or whatever, and you see like a house that's like right next to a country road, and it's like right next to a corner or a bend, and you just think like if someone went a bit too fast, they're gonna end up in your kitchen. You'll be washing the dishes one day, and there'll be a Ford Fiesta in the middle of your room, and you'll be like, how did that get here?
Okay, I can just picture like Nathan or something.
Yeah, Nathan's the person that would do that.
Yeah.
Like all those times when his mic cut out in Warzone, and he'd come back and he's like,
Oh.
guys, hello.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Hear me?
No.
Yeah, that's Nathan.
No,
would do
but it would
that.
literally, it would only happen at the worst time.
Yeah.
Like when we've got 20 enemies around us, all with rocket launchers.
And Kieran said a
and
questionable
then I
word.
proceed- Yeah, and I proceed to get very angry. And then Ty
Well, did
just
he ever-
looks at
I
me and
can't
he's
remember
like,
if he-
What did you say?
I can't remember if he
repeat what I
ever,
said?
if he told the story to you, but you know what happened to his windscreen, his window in his car?
Well,
A pigeon flew into it and exploded in the window and like smashed his whole window and then flew off. And he didn't tell us because he thought we'd be annoyed at him because we're, back then militant vegans. So he kept it from us and he told me like later on. And I've just turned the piss out of it. Do you have pigeons? You know what I mean by pigeon?
Yeah.
You have pigeons in Canada?
The ugly fucking bird.
Grey birds, yeah. But he said it
they're
flew
ugly.
into his window, his windscreen, and exploded and like broke it all.
How? How fast
do
was
you
he
get
driving?
points of
The
suppression?
pigeons are not aerodynamic creatures, though. Like, they're just circular. You know, they got American physiques. So if that hits a flat window at 50 miles per hour, should we say?
That's it.
The only place it can go is inside of itself. Let's just say that much.
Doesn't sound very
How
good.
how do you get points of suppression?
Just like
shoot
at
near
someone.
them. Shoot near them.
Yeah.
Losing objective apples.
Oh, is that all you have to do?
Yeah, suppression.
Have you watched
So what-
that shit, Kai?
I haven't. No, I haven't seen it. Nathan said it's not worth getting Disney Plus for, so I'm gonna watch it on another
Yeah.
completely
Yeah,
legal
I did
reliable
that.
site. Would you agree that it's not worth getting the subscription for?
Well, what I've seen, I'm getting really worried. Just because I know what they're doing, and I'm tired of it.
Is it Rebels stuff?
No, no. I mean, there is some.
Yeah, no, it is, because YouTube spoiled it for me the other day. It's
Oh,
are they going
no,
down the
what
route
it-
of trying to make
yeah.
it Rebels?
No, what they did.
Well, don't tell me,
no,
but just.
no, it isn't.
I haven't
isn't
seen that
Rebels.
much of it.
It's Rise of Skywalker.
Oh no.
And Baby Yoda season 2 of Mandalorian stuff.
Oh yeah.
It's that shit again. Like,
Yeah.
why do we have to constantly do it?
Link things into sequels. Yeah.
No, but like, oh yeah, this is potentially tied to Snoke.
Yeah, this is where Snoke came from.
Nobody cares. No, it's not 2015 anymore.
No, yeah,
Not
literally no one
realizing
cares
who
at this
Snoke
point.
was.
They're beating a very
Bro.
dead horse.
Yeah, like that horse has been dead and laid to rest.
It
My
was
sister
dead
quite
before.
literally
It was
gave-
dead when they got on it. They got on it,
My
and it was
sister,
dead.
my sister quite literally prayed over that horse, and blessed that horse after it was dead. But then, you know, that's how dead the horse is. But
What's an LMG? Like what
Support
gun is
class.
an
light
LMG?
machine gun.
Support class.
So what? Like, give me an example because I'm.
The one you were using on Zabruch.
Gun. I was using the
Lewis gun. Yeah, that's an LMG.
Lewis gun, Burton
gun.
LMR rather.
Not to see the Burton LMR to see.
The
You just
MAR
put near them.
1918.
You just shoot near them. For
Yeah.
suppression
Well, you can
points.
shoot at them as well. Like, you'll still get points for suppression, but you'll kill them, so you get less points.
So Kai, have you heard that? Well, I think it's Michael B. Jordan,
All right.
or who is it that played the one of the black people in
Michael B.
Panther? I
Jordan
can't
in
remember his
Wakanda.
name.
Wakanda.
Yeah,
Not the one
he's
that
playing,
died.
apparently. Yeah, the one that died.
No, not the one that died.
Oh, not the most recent one. The most recent.
If he's dead, how is he playing another role, Kieran? This is a question we must ask.
No, sorry, I was meaning not the person who died. But he's playing a black Superman, and he's playing Clark Kent. But like
They've made an entire superhero franchise about black people and nothing but black people. When will it end?
No, but here's the thing. Like, in the lore, it does not make sense for there to be a black Superman.
Yeah, because they're not from Earth, where black people are from.
And like, and they're like, apparently their solar system cannot support, like, their skin is because of the sun or something. Why? Like, they had a whole reason for it, but now they're just going full retard and being inclusive in all this.
It's bad. I've seen people refer to Netflix as Talmonflix. Do you know what the Talmud is?
Yes.
Yeah, Talmonflix.
What is it? What is it?
Oh, it's the book that a certain group find holy.
Yeah.
That they get all their plays and their strategies from.
And then I constantly show it to my parents as to why they're.
Did you
not
show them that
good.
Iranian video yet about what the Talmud tells the Jews to do to Christians?
Not yet. I've showed them.
You
quotes,
bloody
they
fucking
still-
twat! Why have you not showed that? Above all else, Kieran, that is the one that you should show them. They will never forgive Judea after they see that video, being Orthodox Christians that they are.
I mean, like my dad's brain. Like he's like, oh, where do you get that information?
Did he
from?
buff it? Did he do the buffer face where the internet buffers and you get the buffering symbol?
Yeah.
Was that
no,
his
but like
face?
at the beginning where he's hearing all this actual fact and then he's hearing that. Oh,
I bet you was sat there proper smug, weren't you, grinning?
Yeah, I was. I was smiling. You know, I was laughing, and I was going through all the stages of just victory.
Yeah, Victor.
There's different stages. Yep, 100%. And it's like, oh yeah, Solomon's daughter was blonde hair, blue eyed, and she's a beast,
Yeah.
quite literally. But she doesn't look like a modern day person who
yeah.
lives in Israel.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, you know how, have you seen all this weather, you know, big push for opening borders and getting rid of migration laws
Yeah. Do you
in
hear
Europe.
what they have to say about it? What do you hear what the modern people who live in Israel have to say about
I've
it?
seen what people, I've seen, someone said that they should open all the borders for Israel. And they said, oh no, we shouldn't open the borders for Israel because that would be a threat to the Jewish bloodline. We shouldn't open the borders for Israel because that would lose the Jewish identity.
Really? Yeah.
Meanwhile, they're funding sites that are showing not Europeans as the future of Europe. Good luck with that, Judea.
We are losing objective apples.
It's fucking funny, man.
It's so silly.
It's a joke at this point. Like, it gets worse with every month. I'm just waiting for the next Black History Month because it happens every month. I'm waiting for them to announce the next one.
Quite literally, it was so freaking weird. There was Black History Month,
Yeah.
and then it was Trans Woman Month, and then it was what was it? International Women's Day.
Don't forget International Rape Day the other week. My favourite one of all.
I mean, what are we celebrating? Not doing the rapping.
No, it's the other. I thought. Wait, have I been doing it wrong? Have I been doing it wrong? I thought we were all celebrating what we enjoyed.
I thought
It's like a bunch of lads getting together and enjoying their pastimes. I've understood it. I've misunderstood it completely. I feel like a fool now.
Oh no, people are knocking at the door. Never said that. Oh no.
Tell him you're celebrating International Rape Day. Get out.
Yeah. This is a holy site.
This is a holy site. 7 dead hookers around you. I pronounce this a holy circle. No one can interrupt it.
Corpus Christi, Corpus Christi.
Yeah,
Corpus
with your penis on their foreheads.
We are just
Didn't they
being
make like pedosexual thing or something?
Yeah, they've already
like
made, I saw they've been putting flags up where it's an old man holding a child's hand and saying love is love.
Bro, I'm sorry, but if I have a gun and I see one of those people, I will have a misfire.
I actually wonder how long it'll be before they make a film about the struggles of being a paedophile on Netflix.
You know what? They should legalize it. They should legalize it. And then
Whoa, what are you saying, Kieran?
No. Just wait.
And on that note, let's end the stream.
Go
Go on, finish what you're saying.
That they should legalize it and then expose where all these people.
It would expose, yeah, it would
sexuality
expose it.
live, and then there may be a string of unfortunate accidents that happen involving.
Well, you know what we should do? We should build an army of midgets and dwarves.
Dress up. With,
we should make them
dress up in bed sheets with hoods.
No, we should. Well, that too. But no, we should get midgets, right? Make them look like kids. We train them to murder. We train them to be warmongering midgets. And we dress them up as kids. And we make them look like kids and talk like kids. And we put them out and we let these pedos get attracted to the midgets thinking that they're kids. And then they take them away into a room. And these midgets, we've taught them to kill people. We've militarized the midgets. They kill them.
It sounds like you're saying that we should basically reinvent traps. This is what it sounds
But
like.
midget version. Yeah, dwarves. Everyone knows dwarves have magical powers. They can zap the pedos. Each dwarf has a different power. It's like Snow White. But you train them each, like the X-Men. Train them to use their abilities wisely. And we won't even have to kill the pedos then. The dwarves will do it for us.
Yeah, the trap midgets Super Saiyan warriors will do
Yeah.
it.
I do think though, we should try and get like one race of midget or dwarf. You know, where you just collect the dwarves and send them to like a civilization of their own, so that they just breed, and we see if we can make a race of dwarves like Lord of the Rings or something. Because he say it's what did he say it is? How can I say it without offending the dwarves and getting a spell cast on me?
I think you've already offended.
No, I've said we need him. I've said we need him in the war. I've said we need
Which
them.
war?
Against the pedos, and then maybe the other group as well. Can you imagine though? Can you imagine it? Like at the end of Return of the King, on a horse, blow your horn, over the hill comes which king?
Phenotype. We need a clone Beetlejuice.
You want Aryan dwarves? You want an army of Aryan dwarves?
I'm just saying yes, I agree to all this because
no, but they say it's like I don't know the word, but like a dysfunction in the cells that causes people to be dwarves. But I think it's just regressive DNA from like some of the Hobbit species of the ancient past, and it's just in some people's DNA. Because it's like that dwarf from Game of Thrones. He had a kid and she's normal sized, so it's
okay. Do we? What about this? What about the Viking Museum where they're all 5'2" and have mental
all of them 5'2", yeah, apart from a supposedly black earl who was 6'2".
Yeah.
It wasn't a king. It said he was like a person of high status in society, so some kind of
yes. Robert Seffer video is
yes. You got to do one now as well, Elite.
You have to.
You have to.
Yeah.
Look at him. He looks like a gangster in it.
Nobody. He looks like. Not to say that he looks like he's robbing somebody's car, but that's what it looks like.
Woo! Let's watch it, boys.
Copy link. Going to download it before YouTube can edit it.
Robert the God. I saw someone in the comments prepping for a race war. Can't wait. And his name is White for Unity 88. I wonder how long. I would say let's watch this together on stream, but this might be like an hour-long video.
Didn't I tell you all the people on Twitter with National Socialism in the bio, or they're called like National Socialists,
MP4.
they're all banned or permanently suspended?
What? They've all been banned overnight, or what?
Well, no. If you put in on Twitter National Socialist, anyone with a bio that says National Socialist, White Pride, or anything, you just look at all the lists. This count is permanently suspended. This count is deactivated. Oh,
it was one of those accounts QuigonQuasar by any chance?
I'm downloading the video right now.
I was gonna watch it. I was gonna say let's watch it together on the stream, but it might be.
Bro, it's probably another 50 minutes.
I hope so. I'm going
Does it scare you when he just falls off the face of the earth for like 3
Well,
months?
no, I've seen it. I need to. I was thinking about joining his Patreon because I want to support him, and he actually posts on there when he's away for a long time. You know, he makes £2,600 a month from Patreon. He deserves so much more, but he makes a good living from it.
But well, I remember, and Kai, this does prove that I do open links that you send me when you were.
You open him. You just don't watch him all. You cheeky bastard.
When you were showing me his Twitter, what he was saying about modern Europeans. He's like, but like he was like pure angry.
Yeah, he's getting he's getting more and more uncontrolled about it now.
He's gonna go Super Saiyan.
Let's have a look at him now. Let's have a look at his Twitter now. Oh, he started an Instagram as well.
And then everybody's.
This profile may include sensitive content. Yeah, facts.
I'm sorry that it just conflicts with your mistruths that you guys are all fond of telling.
I fucking love Robert Sepper. I remember watching him, and I was a bit like you, Lee. I remember watching him, and I thought it was a bit. I would watch Bright Insight, and I would watch Bright Insight, and I would watch Robert Sepper, and Robert Sepper's stuff would always be. I wouldn't understand a lot of it. And
I understand it now more, and I kind of like him.
You get into it more. You get into it more.
You get into it, yeah.
I watched it, Bright Insight, and I don't like him anymore because he's a Marxist. But I watched Bright.
Actually?
he was talking about right. He was talking about he was in Egypt and he was talking about how things get covered up in Egypt, and he said, "Well, the reason they've covered up ancient artifacts in Egypt is because a group of rich white men hid them."
Oh.
And I commented and I said, "No, they are not white men. They are different." And I said, and I commented on it, and then I just unsubscribed. And I mean, he's also pushing that Atlantis was in North Africa, which I once did too. But Robert Sepper has since debunked that and said that is, he said that's part of the Out of Africa propaganda system.
Bullshit. But they constantly talk about that in schools, out of Africa. Like, it's such bullshit. I'm like, oh yeah. And also evolution. They're like, oh yeah, the monkey was on a barge and there was a tree growing in the barge, like that had fruit on it. This is how the
they still can't find the missing link.
Yeah.
They still cannot find the missing link, and there's a reason for that. It doesn't exist. There is no link.
Yep.
There's
I want to show my parents the secret space program.
Show them the Babylon one first. Show them about Babylon. Babylon's one's better. I'll link to you. Go on it, Tim.
That's that there girl at school who I don't like. She was going on about, like, I just said evolution's fake, and she laughed and was like, oh my god, of course evolution was fake. And I was like, well, what proof? And I was like, well, once we were a reptile, then we were a crocodile, then we were fish, then we were mice, then we were monkeys, then we were dinosaurs, then we were, all these sorts of things.
I know what you're at, Kieran.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get no, and Richard is exactly like that too. He thinks he's out there, but at the same time, he's still really plugged in. Yeah, and he believes. I said that about him, and he's a fucking Darwin fanboy, and he got. You can see he was triggered by it, and I said, and he said, well, that's not how I've heard evolution be described. And I said, because I said the exact same thing that you've just said about how we've like shapeshifted magically. I said, well, how have you heard it been described? And he literally just said the exact same thing, but in a different order. It's the shape-shifting thing. He said, and I'm not saying it doesn't happen in certain, like, what's it called? Yeah. Natural selection happens where,
natural selection.
Natural selection states that if I'm born with, let's say, slightly stronger knuckle bones, just for whatever reason, say my mother had a lot of calcium in her body when she was pregnant, so I have strong knuckle bones. That states that I'm probably going to survive. If we're in a culture where we punch each other to death, I'm probably going to survive, more likely to survive, to pass on my genes. That's not evolution. That's just natural selection. That's survival of this. Yeah, that's the survival of the strongest. And I made this point to Richard, and he said, "No, that is evolution." I said, "No, it's not. They can go together sometimes. In terms of Darwinist mentality, they go together, but they're not the same thing."
Yeah.
But evolution is one animal becoming a completely different
for no
animal.
reason. Yeah, and when you say that, they always say, "Well, the world, the universe is mysterious. We'll never know." And that's always that Hail Mary. That's all that always they get out of jail free card is. Well, it's a mysterious situation. We'll never know.
Evolution's flawed as well, because what I noticed with the whole Darwin theory, there's no perfect thing of evolution, because there's all different, like you said, shape-shifting for all different, maybe websites. There's different, so one website might say we were dinosaurs, then we were reptiles, and
then they say that the dinosaurs were birds.
Oh no, we were mice, then we were birds.
Yeah, he tried to say the dinosaurs were birds and then warm-blooded, and then how did we go backwards then? So if the dinosaurs were warm-blooded, and then we went backwards to cold-blooded, which, by the way, doesn't happen. You can't doesn't matter how many millions of years, it's like you cannot go from warm-blooded to cold-blooded and still be the same species. You are a different it's like going from having an internal skeleton to an exoskeleton, like a fucking insect, and still calling yourself the same species. Yeah. Ant. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no perfect...
Sorry. I overpronounce A's.
No, it makes me laugh. No, it's funny. It's
what I was gonna say. It's like this is their thing. Yeah, humans crawled up out of the ocean, and then we developed legs. But yet there's breathable oxygen, and there's all this. But how did bees evolve when we're still?
We can't explain why they fly.
To create fresh air.
Yeah, we can't explain why they fly, and it's They say we left their
But
oceans. They say as you say, we left the oceans. We crawled up one day and left the oceans. Today, the Earth is 90% water. Back then, it was more like 98% water. Why are you going to crawl onto a tiny patch of environment that only takes up 3 or 4% of the planet when you've got 96 or 97% of the planet there? Why would you? Didn't make sense. As you said.
Downloaded it. Downloaded the Aryan Bloodlines one. But
what did you just do?
But what I was saying, nothing. I did nothing. I was
What did you do?
Nothing.
That's sus, as Preston says.
But I was more so commenting towards the fact that they're saying that there was somehow land, breathable oxygen, trees, flowers before bees had a chance to evolve.
Yeah.
Like how do we both have bees and not
bees
have
are at the core of everything, or pollinators in general.
Yeah.
You make a very good point, then. You do, and that's when they go all biblical when the evolutionists, they turn religious when they, like Richard. When you say that, they say, "Well, it's a mystery. Mother Nature is a mystery," and it's like
you know what? That's just like not, but their god is literally natural selection.
Well, not natural selection, but the evolution. Yeah, that is their god, and exactly.
Yep. But like, and I like how we're having a good agreement. We're all like the chemistry's flowing, brain juices are all,
No
other juices, just brain juices.
No,
see me
just brain
resting.
juices.
See me resting.
Yeah, see me resting. Oh, okay. But I thought evolution was stupid since, like, I'm like, how does this all make sense? Like, how they're proposing it.
Now I'm looking at it from the third person. It's so mad what they believe.
But you know what? They don't even teach, like, most of the people that used to push evolution, they still teach about it in school. But most of the science that used to believe in it, they don't even believe in it. They're saying that UFOs brought humans here.
Yeah.
But, like, what's the difference between a UFO that could create humans and a god that can create humans? Literally nothing. There's nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing different.
They're so like.
They don't want to admit.
Well, it's like I've got a post here. Hang on, I've got a post here. This sums up how moronic Darwinists are.
Yep.
They believe this. Hang on.
Like, they believe evolutionary. They believe humans, like, elements came from space that formed humans, but then they're so like. Well, I don't know the word, but they're so like they won't believe then if like
a
species came from space.
Did look on Discord.
Jeez, that's the most mean image I've ever seen.
Look at Discord. It's re-evolved. It went extinct, but because of evolution, it now no longer is extinct.
That's not how.
So they're saying essentially, they're saying that another species, seeing that this species had gone extinct, decided to evolve into this extinct species.
But like that goes against natural selection.
Yeah.
Why would it change?
Yeah, if something goes extinct, why would it change into an extinct bird?
Why would it choose inferior DNA?
Yeah,
It does not make sense. It's not even strategic.
But there's so few people that understand this. It's so sad.
But and it's so funny because I 100% agree with, like, there's this statement how in, like, back in the 1900s, like, oh my goodness, society's gonna be so good, wars are gonna be a distant memory. We're gonna cure all diseases.
Hey, we need some more wars. That's what we need.
I know, but they're saying, oh, humanity's so good. Humanity in 2021. I rest my case.
Yeah, pedosexual.
Yeah. LGBTQ rights. Trans women fighting.
I really hope Figas joins just one random stream one day, and here's what you've become, Kieran.
You know what? I don't care that he, it is an idiot. Just an idiot.
Well, there only is.
And this is how I've become a better person. I'm more immune to guilt tripping tactics.
Well, that's exactly what it used on you.
That's what it was.
Yeah. They said, "Oh, look at me! I'm gonna kill myself," and then you were in the party with it every single day.
Yep.
That's what he did to Kieran. He said, I feel like killing myself. And Kieran said, okay, I'm going to commit 3 hours a day to it being at a party with this
thing.
When you start a friendship with someone that says, I'm going to kill myself, there's probably a warning flag in there.
Yeah.
No, but this is okay. There's probably a reason why you want to kill yourself. Probably because the universe doesn't want you around. And that's a risky statement. On par with Elite saying the opposite of straight straight should be gassed. Oh, I love Elite. How he's saying not you, Kieran, but you. Elite's logic is just so perfect. He's like, not you, Kieran, specifically, but everybody like you. And Elite just goes quiet.
You said you were exempt.
I am exempt. I am.
So I've just found this photo here. I find it very funny.
No, but
look at the way the T-Rex are looking up. They know what's happening. They know that time is coming. They're running away. If you're intelligent enough to know that what's going to happen, you're also intelligent enough to know that running away is probably not going to matter at that point. If you're that close to an asteroid. Look at the one in the foreground. He's like, ah, shit, not again.
I'm trying to find
that.
Here it is.
Is the meteorite impact that removed the dinosaurs? Is that like real, or is that just like a made-up myth?
No.
I'm thinking that's. I'm questioning it. I'm questioning it. Yeah.
I think it's
like This is the one. This is impact crater is a Mexico.
Oh no! Look! Look at this! Look at this article! Oh no! Oh,
this is my favorite meme. Time travel is invented. Girls. Boys.
Oh my god, let me have a look.
You need to see it. This is quite literally...
There's a meteor approaching it, and it's fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't know how to... Hang on.
That's quite literally me.
I want you to read this article. Just the title of this article. It's incredibly genius. Did HIV kill the dinosaurs? Yeah, it was white supremacy.
Yeah, I think it was.
That's what they say. That's what the gays say. They say, oh, it was a plot to kill all gays. They injected us with HIV.
No.
In English, we're in a book, and it's dated back to like, it's set in the period 1912, and my English teacher goes on. My English teacher's essentially a communist and a liberal, and she's like, it was so bad back then because women didn't have any rights, and it would be very hard for black people. And in my head, it's just like, I don't care. I'd love to go back then.
Better time.
Okay, you're gonna find with this meme because I know how much you hate said person. Here you go, Kai. It's another one of those Arnold running memes.
I am trying to get suppression points, but it's just
don't go to the Senate, Julius. Let me see next to the sword. Fuck you, Brutus. That was the guy that stabbed Julius Caesar. Fuck you, Brutus. I'm saving that. Don't go to the Senate, Julius.
That's quite literally you, Kai, when time travels.
Yeah. Go and save Julius and then save someone whose name begins with an A.
Kai, this is also you. This is also you. Here it is.
Have you seen that, Lee?
Like...
Don't go to the Senate, Julius. I like how he's got the helmet on. He's got no other piece of armor. He didn't have time. He had to run. He had to get to Julius before he went to the Senate. Do you know what happened with Julius Caesar at Elite?
Kai, this is also you. It's processing.
I think it was 12 or 14 men stabbed Julius Caesar to death all at once.
What?
Estrogen shot.
This is you, Kai.
Yeah.
Who killed Julius? I thought you killed Julius.
Say again, Elite.
How many people killed Julius?
I think 12 or 14. Bunch of senators. That's why they say, a cesarean, which is why they cut the baby out because it won't fit out of the vag. That's where the name came from, because they cut Caesar so many times that his guts spilled out.
Oh.
And
Oh.
Brutus was, I think Brutus was supposed to be his ally. That's why it says "fuck you, Brutus" on there. Brutus was like one of his best allies.
God, this is
learned
gonna be us.
In the first year of school that like the Romans were the first inventors of democracy and stuff, and that's why they formed the senates and stuff.
Yeah, ancient Greeks, Phoenicians, and Minoans. Yeah. Am I a joke to you?
Kai, look at it now.
Versus men with a time machine. Fuck you, Kieran. Thank you, that's well done.
But I like the Greek one more. It's like "fuck you, Brutus."
No, that's Roman.
No, but that one is one of my favorite versions of the meme.
Yeah, I like.
I'm trying to find more.
Don't go to. I just love how it just sounds so stupid, Julie. Don't go to the Senate, Julius. Like that would save him from it. I'm sure they just adapt their plans to assassinate him in another way. But no, don't avoid assassination, Julius. Just don't go to the Senate. That's what we're focusing on.
Do you think? Okay, Kai, who was that idiot young 13-year-old transgender ruler?
I forget which one, but it was one. Yeah.
Who was it? Apparently, do you think he was actually transgender?
Well, they say that's what we don't know for sure, do we?
He's transgender.
There was a Roman emperor that was said he was transgender, and he turned himself into a prostitute while also being emperor, and he commanded people to pay him to give them blowjobs, according to mainstream academia.
I mean, that's probably fake.
Yeah.
So he was gay or something?
They claim that, yeah. But the funny thing is, in their effort to normalize it and say, well, look, the ancients were all these things, they're also saying that this was when Rome fell apart, because it was. If you look at that emperor and that era, that is when the Roman Empire started to fall apart and eventually got conquered. Also,
is that when you said everyone was trying to claim themselves emperor and it was all different?
Pretty much, yeah. Like in the fight, it wasn't even an empire for the final 400 years. I mean, they controlled Britannia, and then one day they completely demilitarized Britain. And then one day they just said, all right, we're off now, see you in a bit. And then that's when the Saxons came in, and they fucking had 200 years of war. Saxons conquered it. Then 200 years later, Vikings came over and all right, cousins, how are you? And they went to war with them as well. The Arthurian era is very, very interesting.
And that's what happened in Egypt as well, when, that's why Skoda and stuff fled. Everyone, all the sub-Saharans were trying to claim themselves.
Well, they used them. They used them as the workforce. And the problem is, Skota and all the Iranians, shall we say, they were practicing semi-resting, so they were only having a small amount of children each. Whereas the workforce were not practicing in it, and this was one of the advantages that the Iranians had in battle. But it also meant that they had less children, so eventually they just became so outnumbered.
I propose something to you. Do you think ancient Atlanteans that were practicing semi-resting?
So is it bad to have loads of kids?
It's not. No, it's not bad. No, these people would have 15 animals. It's not bad, but you gotta. All right. I'll say it wrong. It's not bad to have loads of kids, but that goes on at the same time. All right, Kieran, I can hear you fucking coming. Go on.
I was gonna say, do you think because of how advanced that they are and proven that past men that had high testosterone rates levels would have tons of different thousands of sperm visible, do you think that they would be able to separate and implant one per each, or what? Be able to basically just, how do I explain this? It's hard.
You're not doing You're not doing a good job so far, Kieran.
I know.
Go on, try again.
Separate different sperm swimmers, swimmers, and implant them so that you would only have to bust one time.
Well, Robert Sepper makes a good point that you could have, technically, you could have 10 different children with 10 women every year, and that would only take 10 days out of the 365 days of retention each year. And that's saying that, imagine if you did retain for a year, that's assuming that you'd only have one kid at a time with each of these women. But what if it's triplets or...
What is, like, semi-renting? Is that, like, only... Is that, like, once a year?
No, that's not releasing at all. We're just using it in the example of if you wanted kids.
Yeah,
like,
if you want kids, you need to, though.
Yeah. So you can... my point is, that only takes one time if you're healthy. So you can do it for 364 days of the entire year. You only need to do it one day if you really wanted children. So you can have children and still do it.
Oh yeah, so instead of like doing it all across.
Yeah. Okay, that was what I was saying to you, wasn't it? So with the people like the sub-Saharans, the problem wasn't that they were having kids. The problem was that they were just trying to have kids constantly. You know, they had no control over it. So it wasn't that they had kids that there was a problem. It was that they were losing all the life force. And I mean, they were that was one aspect of it, but they got less from retention anyway because it's a Vril thing. It's an Iranian thing built for us.
Do you identify with this?
Send it through then.
I've sent it.
Oh, sorry, I've not seen these new ones that people have sent. I have a feeling Elite would do that to you. He'd like figure out like where your ancestors are, and he'd kill them just to spite you. It was a good investment. He had 30 minutes to go to any era in history that
he could do anything.
It was a good investment.
Yep.
Karen promoting mafia gangs. Fuck you, Preston. At least I'm getting ads. At least I'm getting ads. I'm surprised we're getting ads with what we're talking about, to be honest.
I also use ad blocker because
Scooby-Doo 69.
What? And Elite is still Cartman from it's only a 20-minute video and it's done. I'm downloading it.
Only 20 minutes. That's gay as fuck. Alright, I'm gonna get off now, I think, lads.
We're continuing.
I need to get water. I need to go to the well to get some water. Water.
We have loads of drinks because we got fruit chips.
That's not healthy, Ellie.
What's that thing you always eat and you say? What are
Fruit chips
they?
and Albina.
Oh no, they are sugary as fuck, dude. I mean, you're not having them on their own though, are you? You have that with water, right?
Organic cola, and it's made out of cane sugar.
That's fine, but there is the Ribena isn't.
Ribena's a one-off. It's only
quite literally doing the same thing that I would do.
Yeah, and look at what happened to you, Kieran. Your balls fell off.
Cola.
Well, that's alright. If it's raw cane sugar, then that's more understandable. If it's raw cane sugar, but...
What happened to Kieran?
He had to have one ball taken out because he had so much aspartame.
Really?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Why are you not denying it? No, not really.
I've got so much lag because I'm downloading the new video.
So just that's can you not have children, Kieran?
Apparently not. What was that shout?
I can't even hear you guys because I'm downloading the video and it's.
Can you hear his mum telling him to shut up or turn the internet off?
Did you need like that?
Okay, I've stopped the download of.
Oh, did you need the whole thing taken out?
So what were you guys saying?
What? No, I was just joking about that.
What were
you were just joking.
I was expecting Kieran to argue and get annoyed, but he went completely quiet.
No, it's because I was downloading the new Robert video.
Yeah.
All the way up to 4,000. So what were you saying, Ali? And you were saying that I can't have children? Why would I not be able to have children, Ali? I need full context here.
Yeah, Ali. What were you on about?
Yeah, what was that?
Oh, well, you said...
Well, can you prove that I said it? in a court of law.
Yeah, we'll rewind the stream.
Well, rewind
This
this.
You
is
say what you said,
An
and I'll
ugly
repeat what I
dinosaur.
said.
I hope dinosaurs didn't look like this. This is ugly.
Is it gonna be a pink dinosaur?
No, that is.
Hair.
If dinosaurs look like that, horrible things.
It's gonna look like me or something.
No, look at that. That is ugly.
Maybe it's what the most recent
T-Rex.
people who moved to Israel look like. Maybe they're evolved versions of them.
It actually looks kind of similar. Like skin tone and
Yeah,
hair and stuff.
look at the hair, how it bristles.
Thing is,
and-
if they look
weird.
like that, man, that is terrifying. It's just so
that is
ugly.
not. Oh, that looks like a. Oh.
I mean, the skull
looks
is there, like, potentially it could
I-
have done, but I like to think that they look like what they did in Jurassic Park. They look cool.
Yeah.
Like that.
Oh yeah.
But like, do you think
I
that
hope they
we could
look like-
actually resurrect dinosaurs like they say in Jurassic Park? Do you
To
think
be
that would
honest,
actually-
I think maybe, yeah, and I'm quite proud of myself, because as a kid, I always ignored the science, and I always thought, well, why can't it be real? And then I'd tell my friends at school, and I was like, oh, well, how cool would it be if we could figure out how to, bring them back? And then my friends would look over and be like, yeah, and we'll put stones in them so that they can't die. And then it was at that point that I realized I was on another level.
Yeah, I know you're feeling, Kai.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, what? So explain
I
again.
love how that we're on the same wavelength when
So,
we're like talking
yeah.
about the super smart stuff, and then you
Explain
get
again.
some dumb idiot talking.
Well, I would
And
say
they're just
about when
like-
I was younger, Lee, I would say about how cool it would be to be able to bring back dinosaurs. I was a big fan of Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I would tell my friends in primary school, and I'd be like, oh yeah, it would be amazing. I think we could. I'd like to do that when I'm older, obviously, because I was a kid. I was like, oh, I want to do that when I'm older. And then they'd look at me and they'd be like, oh yeah, we should put stones in them so that they can't die. So that they can't be like stabbed or whatever. And at that point, I realised I was so far ahead of what was going on in their brains.
Yeah. Oh god.
Like it makes
I
you.
kind of feel like that as well. Like I'm on a whole different.
You mean when you have to sit down with said lesbian witch at lunchtime and she's talking about the crystals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
don't know. I don't-
I can imagine how Elite's acting. He's acting super like Elite. He's really good at masking his nastiness, so he could just be proper mean to this woman, and she could just be on such a low wavelength that she's just not picking up
Not
anything.
understanding it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like built on this facade, and no one can really see through. But I'm
I
like,
can see through it, turning.
And it's
yeah,
so
but that's
funny.
because I've I don't know. I've
He's
taken
trying
off
to say
the
something
mask
smart.
here.
He's trying to pull a comeback, Kai. And he says, "Well, only because I allowed you to see it,
Yeah,
Kyron."
yeah.
Yeah, like, well, but I know because, like, I can actually like unmask myself for use, but if I'm around like those type of people, I have to, build myself on this outer image.
I'd love to meet
Like,
the outer image version of you in real life, too.
Oh.
I'm sure he'd be interested.
No, but I should just.
So I'm
I should
just kinda like-
invite myself to.
My
like,
outer image is just lazy and quite stupid. Well, not stupid, like intellectually stupid. Oh, it's kind of
Just
hard.
no,
uncreative.
You shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
You shouldn't make yourself seem stupid. Like I just.
Yeah, you shouldn't,
my-
but at the same time, people, sometimes you have to, because people around you,
Yeah.
well, the smart people end up quite alone a lot of the time. Like,
Honestly,
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't want to
I can
be
see that already.
near anyone.
Yeah.
I don't want to be near anyone because everybody just talks about useless stuff.
yeah, same. I've been
And-
thinking about that lately, even about, well, I won't say who, but it's
Yeah.
no one here, but like people I know in real life, which is why I won't say who, but
There's
you get
Does
sick of
this-
it. You get
No,
sick
but
of being
just wait.
around.
Wait, I'm just about to make you really mad. So would you be quiet for a second? Does this said person's name start with an H?
Hey,
Figure it out. Figure it out. I can hear the gears.
oh no, no, but yeah, actually related. Yeah. No, actually no. It's no specific. No, it actually wasn't. It's just no specific prison. It's just people talking about the thing that everyone's taking nowadays. You know, that you should take.
Do you honestly want to know, like, my alter ego, like, in front of everybody else? My anger sky high because people are so stupid, and I'm trying to, like, make them see how stupid it really is.
Well, it's the same shit about the testosterone as well. Like the other day, you know, as I was telling you how she. I won't say it on, but it's just annoying. Like people tell me what I can have, and everything. It's like,
bro, if I wanted to be less mad, I wouldn't hang out with you. You should just say that to them.
Yeah, the kids though. Most of my stress does come from them.
Like I was very stressful like the last week, and I like went on a rampage and just started throwing things and breaking things.
Really?
Like
I want.
Yeah.
That is
like, I would just be so angry. Like it wasn't like major things. Like I just threw things at my wall. Like I had an old calculator and I just snapped it in half and I broke a bunch of pencils and slammed.
You go through your pencil again. Right, fuck off. I'm sick of you. Stop.
I slipped right on. Yeah.
Do you guys have, like, they're a very common thing in, they're kind of like Irish too. I'm not sure, but what they are is you're able to go to, it's like different places and go with a baseball bat and just break plates and just break and destroy stuff. Is that a thing for you guys?
I don't know if it's here, but I've seen it on the internet.
That's a thing that I want to just do constantly.
Just take a holiday to America and do it with some Americans and then go home. Did you know an American woman came over here, drove on the wrong side of the road, because we drive on the opposite side of the road here, and ran someone over and killed them, and then ran away home and refused to come back to England to face justice in a court. And and America, in its usual retardation, won't extradite her to send her back.
What?
Yeah.
Stupid
That's
bitch.
horrible.
Well, there needs to be justice. I think we should send at least 10 people over to America and run 10 of them people over.
I'm 20 minutes away from the United States border, Kai. I can carry.
Are you really? You're just joking. Are you really that close to the border?
I'm quite literally like an hour away from the border.
Well, I feel sorry for you then.
And my dad's like, "Oh, you should move to America if you want guns," and I'm like, "Yeah," and then I'm surrounded by literal enemies.
Yeah. What? What? Have you been arguing with your dad about guns?
Well, I'm pro-gun.
You trying to get? I'm not saying don't be pro-gun. I'm just saying, have you been arguing with your dad about guns? Is he saying no to guns?
No, but he's like, "Oh, you always talk about how good Europe is, but Europe doesn't have gun laws, does it?" And I'm like, "I want to move to Europe for the scenery." Obviously,
wait, what's he saying? Is he saying that there's no gun
like,
you know, England isn't, but you know, half of Europe you can own guns. You can own, like, the Czech Republic, you can own fucking Spetsnaz assault rifles.
Yes.
And it's actually easier to get than in America.
Any Eastern countries, yes, pretty much.
Yeah, Central as well. Bulgaria and all that, like, Central ones. There's a lot, Karen, there's a lot of places in Europe that you can have guns, you know. I'm not saying to you, I'm saying to you about your dad.
Yeah. I like how everybody's like, "Oh, nothing against him. He still is like anti-Putin and stuff." And I'm like, really?
Oh, no, like proper American. It's goddamn Russian collusion, man.
Trump, Putin, Russian collusion. Trump, Putin, Russian collusion. That's what I bought yesterday.
Oh, cool. You didn't tell me about that. You've been rude on Discord lately, Karen.
I wanted to disconnect from all social media.
This isn't social media. There's no feeds
I just don't want to talk with anybody.
You little fucking FAG.
I literally have deleted Facebook, Instagram.
Good, but this is this is not the same.
But I know.
Well.
So you're gonna have to give me 2 minutes. You guys are gonna have to talk by yourselves so that I can continue to download this new Robert Suffer video.
Okay, I'll switch in 2 minutes. I'm just listening to Karen's one. No, I'm actually going now. I'm gonna go get some water. Farewell, Elite.
Oh, goodbye.
Farewell, Karen. Probably gonna hear me.
Goodbye.
I'll be back on tomorrow. See you tomorrow.
I won't be. Well, I might be. No, I won't be.
Okay, Kieran can hear me. What? Kieran? I heard you type it. You could have just said that. I heard you type it.
So now I have good connection. I don't understand this.
I could hear you type it. I was like, what?
Man, I hate it because I got a really... It's called a rapid fire mechanical keyboard. And it's super loud. It's like louder than yours, Kai. Remember how I'd get on you and say, "Ooh, that's a loud."
I just don't understand. Like, okay, I'm gonna go quiet now.
But like,
Type.
Oh no, I accidentally said.
What's your mum saying in the background? It sounds like
she's slagging me off too.
Is she? What's she saying? What's she
Come
saying?
down here if you actually want to fight stuff.
Is she joking or is she being serious?
Oi, I'm only a mouthpiece when I actually have something to say.
Is she drunk? She just, I can hear her just like shouting like randomly.
Kai's asking
No,
me if
shut up!
he's drunk, Mum.
You're dumb, man, you are.
She's saying it's easier to be drunk so that it's easier to deal with me.
That's understandable.
Kai says that's
You want to buy?
I heard that.
You want to buy?
He says that he only drinks good beer.
What? When am I saying any of this? You do what my mum does, Kieran. She does this when she's on the phone.
Mom, get down here and have a chat. You're just wanting to badmouth me from upstairs.
Tell her that Jesus was Anglo-Saxon, Kieran. Tell her, Kieran.
I've told her, man.
Tell her again to shout it at her with anger. Just shout it. Jesus was Anglo-Saxon. Do it.
Jesus was Anglo-Saxon. There you go.
Oh,
Alright, I'm gonna go now. I'll see
I'm
you.
right. He knows I'm right.
I'll see you tomorrow.
I'm so
Go to
close
the
to
proof.
Bye-bye.
And you are literally you've been stupid this the entire time.
I'm so close to dream.
I can't understand what either of them are saying, so I'm off. And Preston's just been tarting out in the comments as well. Arguing with himself. Oh no, Elite's actually a bit provoking. Alright. Farewell. See you all tomorrow. I just realised you can see the reflection on my screen. That's fine. I've just been looking at pictures of dinosaurs the entire time. Anyway, farewell. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.